Welcome to Tabletop Cinema, where we bring together the worlds of filmmaking, tabletop role-playing, and video games. I'm your host Mikey, a freelance filmmaker, tabletop RPG game master, and variety streamer here on Twitch. And today, we have a new game that we're going to be playing every Thursday. It's our first playthrough of Black Book, a card game, strategy game, adventure game, inspired by Slavic folklore. It was a Kickstarter, Magpie. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I do vaguely remember the Kickstarter. It's been a while since I've been on there. But well, this caught my attention when I was looking for games to play in October. But I thought, well, I have a lot of other things to play, maybe next time. And well, winter sale happened, and I just had this itch to get into it. I'm a huge fan of The Witcher, and I guess it's a similar vibe that they were going for here. But oh, so Bloody Mary backed the Kickstarter of this. What is the game that it is tied into? Anyway, this is Black Book. Where was that? Right. So this is Black Book, and how do we describe this? Well, the developers do describe this as it's a fusion of card-based RPGs and adventure games. It's a haunting tale of a young sorceress who gave her life to serve the dark forces. So we're going to be diving into the cold yet alluring world of Slavic folktales and uncover the secrets that hide in the darkness. What just happened? Let me just...
Can you believe it's been 5 months since you got affiliate? Tablet 54 Maple Legion, Tablet 54 Maple Legion, Tablet 54 Maple Legion.
Oh, it reads the emotes. The text-to-speech reads the emotes. I don't know if you all heard that. What color is the book? Coracle? I don't know. Jet black. The blackness of the abyss. Ash gray. I don't know. You can see here. It's like charcoal. It looks like charcoal. It looks like it's burned, right? Well. So I was looking at games like what could we follow up Inscription with? And coincidentally, this is also a card game. And it may also feature a Leshy, just like in Inscription. So I thought, hey, why not? Let's have this in. And the premise is just super interesting for me. You know, giving yourself the dark forces to do what needs to be done, or how far would you go? That kind of thing. It is, I would say it is a black. I mean, we could go all... There's so many different colors, so many different shades. It's really impossible to pinpoint just one. Also depends on my screen, right? All depends on your screen. There we go. Whoop. Oh, great. Black Book just crashed. I believe it is a Unity game. I was wondering like what is happening, and then an error message popped up, and oh great, it's a great beginning, a great start. Yeah, it is a Unity game. I would play it on windowed, but I'm bothered. There's no full screen. Oh, and there's this quote from the Book of Revelation. So, then I saw on the right hand of him who sat on the throne a scroll with the writing on both sides and sealed with 7 seals. And I saw a mighty angel proclaiming in a loud voice, "Who is worthy to break the seals and open the scroll?" But no one in heaven or on earth under the earth could open the scroll or even look inside it. From the Book of Revelation, chapter 5, verses 1 to 3. I don't know what the context of this is, but it seems interesting. Well, one thing's for certain, this ain't no Black Bible. New game. So I'd love to put on an accent, but I just can't. I won't be able to sustain it. It's gonna end up sounding like terrible. So, difficulty. I have no idea what this means. Zanatka. Normal difficulty balance for the first playthrough. Koldunia. Increased difficulty for players. And Nightmare. Just Apprentice. Zanatna. Koldunia. Nightmare. Normal difficulty.
Once upon a time, evil spirits dwelled here in these parts, and in a sense, they still do. I will tell you a story. It happened long ago, even before the revolution. It happened here, not far from Cherdin. I heard my grandmother tell it. A man was fostering an orphan girl. He was a Noah. Everyone called him Old Yegor. She didn't want to become a witch, but he taught her his craft. She was to be married to a special young man.
Special.
I can't recall what exactly happened, but this young man took his own life. He was later buried beyond the gates of the churchyard.
Oh shit.
Which meant that he would pass straight to hell. As for the orphan, Vasilisa, she refused to accept it. She was intent on bringing back his soul from the inferno.
Just like Hellblade Senua's sacrifice.
To do this, she would need to break the 7 seals of the Black Book, which Old Igor kept, and retrieve him. And it was for that reason that Vasilisa agreed to become a witch. But to become one, she needed to be initiated in a banya or at a crossroads. And so, Vasilisa set out for the crossroads.
Vasilisa. Yeah, his tone was just like, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we got married, and stuff happened, and took his own life. Now he's and now his wife wants. Cherdin Uyezd, Perm Governorate, 1879. Oh.
I slept poorly last night.
How's the volume for you guys? I think turn it up just a bit.
Been waiting, hoping for you to return.
I'm surprised. I didn't know it is voiced.
But you haven't. You never sat at the table. Where are you now, sweetheart? Where you headed? From relatives and from the warm summer, you departed. There's no entrance or exit for you, it seems. Cold Mother Earth. There isn't even a churchyard fence to hold on to. Enough. I don't believe you would do this to yourself. It'll all be well. All will be well. I'll accept this knowledge from Grandpa, though I know what you thought of that. But there's no other choice. I'll drag you from that road myself.
I really enjoyed Hellblade Senua's sacrifice, by the way. Same premise.
Sleep for now. Sleep. I won't be long.
And we're in the game. Let me just increase the volume a bit. That is a bit low. I think the card games here try to represent the spell book. But hey, adventure game time. Point and click. Examine the grave. They didn't bury him in the holy ground. Unclean dead, they say. I will never believe it. He couldn't have done this to himself. Or me. Oh, this isn't voiced. But hey. I need to go to the crossroads. The pine needles are golden with the sun already. The trees are whispering. The wind is cold. Wind's howling. The sun is setting. Old Yegor, is that how you pronounce it? Must be wondering where I am by now. Oh, I could just teach us that this is to like interact with it, I guess. I do appreciate that we don't have to pixel hunt. It shows you where you can actually click. Ooh. So fixed camera angles allows them to really paint a pretty painting like this. Herb. Adam's head. Adam's head heals minor wounds. A useful thing on any journey. Ah, and we can just like click anywhere to walk. Old school. Oh, it moves. Okay. Pretty. Okay, to the crossroads it is.
The darkness of the night is filled with anticipation. You're at Mikhail's crossroads, along with old Yegor. You know the ritual that has to be done, but you've never thought of what might happen once it's complete. However, the time to draw the circle has come.
Oh, there's like a game master too. Oh, man. Sorry, just sinking in. We've been here for 5 months, Magpie. Has it been 5 months? God. And look at us, playing another game, another new game. So, let's look around. Golbets. That's what you call it? The crosses look old. It seems people were buried here quite some time ago. Clearly, the Golbets... Oh! I love it! They highlight words and they define it for you. Golbets. A gravestone in the shape of an izba, or a hut with a schematic roof. This word also refers to the cellar of an izba. And then I go, what's an izba? It's time to learn things today, chat. Well, there, it just explained it. It's a hut with a schematic roof. Okay. Clearly, the Golbets here mark the grave of the unclean. Otherwise, why would they be near a crossroads? They say Mikhail, the merchant, was killed here by factory workers on the run. That's why it is called Mikhail's Crossroads. Oh. Is it possible he's under one of these Golbets? Sheridan, 16 miles. Solikamsk, 102 miles. I have no idea how to pronounce these, I'm so sorry. Nairobi, 21 miles. And something peeking in from the darkness. Oh no, we do have to walk near things to pick them up. Damn it, we do have to manually explore. Not everything's highlighted. Candles. Old and enchanted candles from old Yegor's hut. With their help, you can draw a circle that can offer protection against evil spirits. Applies 3 something on the first turn. Okay, card game terms. The milepost has been here for a long time. The paint is almost gone. I guess we were supposed to pick up the candles, but... Oh, god damn it. We gotta find things manually. We still have to pixel hunt. More Adam's head. Oh, I can even use WASD to move. Oh, okay. Maybe I should use a controller for this.
So, have you found the candles? Well done. All by yourself at that. Seems my teachings were not lost on you after all.
Wind Waker. Oh, Wind Walker vibes. I love Zelda. Wait, no. Yeah, Zelda Wind Walker. Wind Waker? Oh, God. I love that game. One of my favorite Zeldas.
Now let's draw a circle. Be careful not to leave any gaps, otherwise we'll be crushed by evil spirits.
Oh, yeah, just... Yeah. I'm terrible at drawing circles.
So, have you found the candles? Well done.
Ah, they repeat.
All by
Okay.
yourself. Now let's be
So we don't
careful.
have to... It's a habit for me in RPGs to keep talking and clicking and clicking and clicking until we exhaust all the dialogue. I always do that. So let's make a circle. Any gaps? No gaps.
I've made a circle. Is it alright, Grandfather?
The circle is drawn. No gaps, good. Too late to dither now.
You think that I can help him?
Sure you can. You can do anything when you have the book. So says the legend. Well, go on. It's time for you to take my knowledge.
Is it just me or does Vasilisa have heterochromia as well?
Such a long time we've spent together. Parting with it is bittersweet. Well, take it.
Oh, my spell book. Well, this is not menacing at all. No, this is the power we need to save my husband from hell. Exactly like Hellblade Senua's sacrifice.
Would you look at that? What power emanates from the book? The seal is open. It seems great sorcery lurks in you. Well, think about it later. Now speak the words I taught you.
I'm scared.
Oh, Grandpa. I'm scared. I don't know if I can.
Don't you fret, Vasya. If you run, you'll perish. So come on, speak the words. And soon you'll be a witch. I know you won't falter.
If you run, you'll just perish. Oh, point of no return.
I'll get up without crossing myself, but I will go to the crossroads. On the crossroads, I'll draw a circle and step into it. And I shall speak. Good merchants, come and buy my cat. For this cat, give me neither inconvertible ruble nor a fine hat,
Oh.
but bestow me with knowledge of the dark and eyes with vision sharp.
Of course it has something to do with cats.
So as I have said, so it will be. My words are stone.
Here are your merchants. Now listen carefully if you value your life.
Merchants?
To become a witch, you have to defeat this demon.
But it's an adorable doggo.
Time for your first Zagavar.
What's Zagavor? A spell. Welcome to your first battle. Each battle consists of turns. You and your enemy take turns. How nice. But you always get to go first. You win when you destroy all enemies before you, reducing their health to 0. This is the Black Book. It contains all of your Zagavors. Try using the word Urazi. Press the end turn button to recite your Zagavor. The end turn, I guess, is my face. I'm gonna click my face and stream. Okay. What can we health. Herbs. Alright. Urazi. 4 damage. I do like the art. Click again. What am I supposed to do? Click? Ah. Oh, it has 1 bite damage. Wait, I already clicked it and then I click him? What? Wait. Click. I want to cast it. I'm failing already. I'm sorry, Grandpa. I'm clicking. Ah, end turn. So I think I queue up actions. I totally missed that. So you queue up actions, you queue up cards. The pages you had the previous turn have changed. The book alters the pages each turn. Why would you do this, book? Enemy attacks can be blocked with a defense. A defense shields you from damage but disappears on your next turn. Recite the page Avdelai, which has the effect of defense. So you queue it up and you end turn.
Such enchanted words protect from demons, but this protection fades quickly. Now draw up a complete Zagavar.
Zagavor. Yukimi combines several pages into Zagavor. Oh no, spellcrafting in the moment. You can currently recite a maximum 3 pages. See, this is like actual wizard spellcasting, right? You actually have to look through your book and recite the words. Or if you have the words memorized, sure. Well, yeah, memorize spells, yeah. You can currently recite a maximum of 3 pages as indicated. This is a detail we kind of forget whenever we're like casting spells in like TRPGs. Of course, we're just used to it. We break it down into like verbal, somatic components, etc. But whatever. You can currently recite the maximum of 3 pages as indicated by the empty slots on the top of the screen. A Zagavor consists of orders and keys. You can currently recite a Zagavor consisting of 2 orders and 1 key. You can see the type of the page, order or key, in its upper corner. Well, let's deal all the damage. Urazi. And 1 key, which is enough. Raba. Urazi, Raba.
Good job, Vasya. This demon is nearly beaten. A couple more spells to rid the world of it.
I like how this demon is like, yeah, keep talking, old man. The Black Book helps you predict your enemy's actions. Study the enemy's intents carefully to upset their plans. There's a creature called the Church Grim, which typically guards churches and graveyards from vandals and gravediggers. Oh. Well, if I summon him, Korgol, I'll probably invite him for some coffee, get to know him a bit more. Interesting. I did not know this, Three-Eyed Magpie. Could this be the Church Grim? So, study the enemy's intents carefully to upset their plans. So, it's one of those games where we have full knowledge of already what's coming. So, it's more like a puzzle, I guess. Same thing. Oh, we have Ruda now. What's waste? Oh, damage over time. Ignoring damage. Scorch it. Does the order matter? So we bless ourselves, increases damage of each page for 2. I don't know if it matters. Varahil. Scorch it. Raba. No, Ruda. Yeah, it's full knowledge. It tells us Zagavor damage 4, Zagavor defense 2. Wow.
Take that, you mangy hellhound!
Is that how you pronounce it? Mangi?
Well, now, Vasha, enter this maw.
Okay, Grandpa. I mean, I know the choice. You told me if I walk away, I perish.
You'll be a witch as soon as you return. Well, safe travels.
He's so casual about this. He's so casual. I'm just gonna step into the gates of hell. Okay. So in English lore, they're typically black dogs. Oh, three-legged goats are pigs. Oh, cool. So I used to love this. Thank you for sharing that. Just like common threads in different mythologies and fascinating. So perhaps that really was a church grim. This place having a lot of, what do you call those? They see the unclean graves. I did see some of the reviews and they were saying how faithful it is to Slavic mythology. So we'll see. I'm unfamiliar with Slavic mythology. Gold bats are in Pokemon. Oh, look, there's even like a map on a Masticon. Oh crap. What is this? Like an is this like a codex maybe? Or is this like a quest? Oh, encyclopedia. Oh crap. I'm gonna be probably reading this. Well, who knows? This is actually supposed to be a pretty long game. Surprisingly. But wow, there's a lot of writing here. Okay. Like encyclopedia. From the encyclopedia, you can learn more about Russian mythology and history. You can unlock new entries by exploring the game. Sheridan Uyezd. Sheridan Uyezd was located in the northern part of Perm Gubernia. Finno-Ugric beliefs were closely interwoven with those of Christianity, creating a unique cultural blend. The first trade route from Europe to Asia passed through Sheridan, transforming every river, creek, mountain, and hill into a part of European and Asian history. You know, this might be fascinating, and this is interesting to you all, reading through the encyclopedia. Koldun initiation. As in any neophyte initiation, the sorcerer, called Koldun, has to pass through the maw of a beast at a crossroads, a banya, or whatever may constitute a boundary space. Most often, the initiation took place at a banya, and that is why the beast is often represented by a fiery dog. You're spot on, Magpie. In different cultural traditions, the neophyte has to pass through the maw of the totemic ancestor. Interestingly, in the Cherden region, this tradition has been partially preserved. In the geographic zone where Russian people interact closely with the Komi people, Kolduns have to pass through the maw of the white swan, Capercaillie. I'm not sure what animal this is. Capercaillie, pike, lizard, or bear. All of these are totemic ancestors of Komi Permians, and we can see the evidence of this in traditional bronze plaques and amulets. This is all new to me, okay? I know nothing about Slavic mythology. Crossroads. Crossroads are one of the key points of travel between the world of the living and the depths of the underworld. It is a place that exists as a boundary between worlds. That is why the heroes of fairy tales often stop at a crossroads. They must choose their path. However, any path they choose leads to the world of unliving, the so-called Trideviato Tsarstvo, the faraway kingdom. It is here that they must battle the serpent, or Kosuke, who embodies the undead, as well as overcome other difficult challenges. Cool. So, by Lichkas, are these requests? A man from Viatka once lived in our village. He would tell us stories. One involved a miller that had to make offerings to a Shishiga, or else she would prevent the mill's mechanism from turning. As an offering, he gave part of his stores of flour, grain, and breadcrumbs. On one occasion, he forgot and offered nothing. Sure enough, the windmill ground to a halt. When the man went to investigate inside the mill, there was the Shishiga, sitting on the grinder, threatening him with her finger outstretched. She suddenly vanished. The miller gathered some tobacco and threw it at the shadows in the corners of the mill at midnight. The windmill started to turn again, and the Shishiga stopped causing mischief. Oh no, this is more lore. Probably about creatures? Or short stories? Koldun Initiation, 1/2. It isn't easy being a Koldun. Becoming one is a terrifying experience. People tell a lot of stories. One in particular comes to mind. A man decided to punish his neighbors for changing the boundary of his field to a neighboring one. He went to a Koldun and asked, "Give me a chort oh, that's kind of familiar. Give me a chort with which to curse my neighbor." The Koldun replied, "It's not as simple as that. Do as I say and you will have your chort." He then told him they would need to go to a banya at midnight. So the man gathered his courage and took along his rifle and his cross. Oh, it is scary at the banya. He loaded his gun with his cross and shot at the hearth. A fiery dog emerged and opened its maw. The only option was to climb inside, and even though his instincts told him to, he stopped himself from making the sign of the cross. He recalled at the last moment that if he did so, he would lose his hand. Cool. Do items even have descriptions? Old and enchanted candles from Old Igor's hut. With their help, you can draw a circle that can offer protection against evil spirits. Yep, we've seen these, thankfully. The Black Book is currently unavailable. This is where we go deck building, I guess. We arrange your spells. And the map. I'm loving the aesthetic of this. Knowledge. Knowledge of orders. Increase the number of orders in your Zagavor. So this is like the skill trees. Look, we'll take it one step at a time. Right now, we just entered the Maws of Hell. And we are now confronted by a black rift.
Is that you, Vasilisa? I should congratulate you. For the first seal is open. Only 6 remain. Oh, but will you be able to open the rest? This is another matter entirely.
Who are you?
What sort of devil are you?
How rude, Vasilisa. I'm your chief advisor. It is I who grants you the powers of a Khaldun.
Sorcerer. Oh, we're in Warlock territory now.
We will become better acquainted in time, I presume.
If it's one thing I wanted out of more tabletop RPGs is seeing the Warlocks have to deal with their patrons. So I really appreciated what you did, Magpie. Like, having the patron actually matter in the campaign. Because people treat it as if there's no cost to their powers. There's always a cost. We'll become better acquainted in time, I presume. The seals.
How do I open the seals?
Oh, can't figure it out by yourself, girl. I'm disappointed in you.
Okay, it's on me now. I have a wish.
I'm curious. Can the Black Book grant any wish?
Indeed, as legend dictates. Who knows? Perhaps you shall meet your beloved soon. Who is worthy to open the scroll and break its seals? No one in heaven, on earth, or beneath it has ever been able to open the scroll or look upon it. Yet.
People have tried.
Let me return to the land of the living.
Not just yet. Have you forgotten your purpose? I name you a witch.
Oh god.
How many demons will you take on for your service?
As many as possible. I'm gonna go full dark side on this.
Well, I will certainly need the help of demons. So give me as many as possible.
That's the spirit.
We've committed our first sin. I love it already. You've just committed your first sin. They say that the fate of the Koldun and witch is to burn in eternal flames with no chance for absolution. Or are we gonna go for an absolution run then? Are we gonna find a way to redeem ourselves after like accepting all these dark forces? How far are we willing to go? I wonder how far that game is gonna push this. I did not expect a consequence for that. So interesting. Are we going to avert this fate, or does it matter to us at this point? I don't think we care right now if we are to burn in eternal flames as long as we get our love back. The outcome of some events of the game is yours to decide. Your sin counter will change according to your decisions. Oh no, morality system. Your number of sins affects your choices. Oh, your number of sins affects your choice for replies, as well as possible game endings. They say each person has an angel on their right shoulder and a devil on their left. Oh, I guess, yeah. But to whom you turn your ear is entirely up to you. The chat seems to be super delayed, by the way. I'm sorry about that.
But you are still too weak. Soon you will have 3 charts at your command. That's enough for now.
Chort is a demon or devil who can serve as a Koldun's familiar.
Now go.
Thank you, Mr. Patron.
Perhaps we'll meet again. If you manage to open the seals.
It's totally like a warlock, right? We just have 3 spell slots. Holy crap. And so it begins. We begin with our first sin.
What? What? Well, are you awake? The sun rose while you were coming to. Had to drag you home. I understand it's not easy to pass through the Devil's Domain. So, you've seen it?
Huh? Are we home? Seems like it was all a dream. The devil made me a witch.
Well, then it is a good day.
Good day.
What did I tell you? You should have become a witch a long time ago.
New Bailishka? Oh, I guess we got like a term that we can read up on the encyclopedia.
Well, what's done is done. The legend says that your wish is behind the 7 seals. I could never open the first one. Here's the second seal. The Aspen one.
How do I open it? Maybe it was the demon at the crossroads that opened the first.
Makes sense. Demons are probably keeping the seals.
Perhaps. I think that demons do play a part, but what spirit is the Aspen one? I'll have to rack my brain a bit. Maybe there's something in the books? You yourself are a witch now. I knew that you would not let me down. The news of your enlightenment has spread already. Must be the Susetkes who told the heads of the families.
Oh, it really is a big event. So Setkis, is that how I pronounce it? A house spirit or a hobgoblin lives under the hearth or in the gold bits. There, not gold bats, gold bets. Cellar.
Now people will come to you for advice. I am old now, not many teeth left. My Koldun powers are waning. Now it is you who will help the people around here. Perhaps you will even find the right demon for your problem. Well, while you were coming to your senses, I've already spoken to most of the visitors. There's only one left. He's waiting behind the door.
Oh man, witch duties.
Look around for a start. Your book is over there, on the table. Do you remember how I taught you bookbinding? Afterwards, see to that visitor of yours. Some evil spirit has been giving him trouble. Got it?
Are you gonna call it again, just like you did with Jed in Life is Strange? No, I think it's just. I don't think there's anything here. I think it's just a part of their culture. It's totally fine. There's always a witch. There's always a Koldun who serves the village. You know, the village sorceress. I'm just replacing him now. But to use that power, I guess that's what the whole game is about. Like, what kind of sins are we willing to commit to resurrect our loved one? Well, I guess let's try to get into Vasilisa's shoes and roleplay that out. Okay, you're calling it? So you think he's like perhaps he's waiting for me to unlock all the seals? Like he took me in because I could open the seals and then he's gonna get the wish for something? Who knows? The devil.
Have you yourself met this devil?
I was initiated as a Koldun once. I saw this devil who gave me my charts. I couldn't even lift the first seal. And you, all you needed was one touch, and it's gone already.
Yeah, what's up with that?
It seems there is great power within you. Got it?
Yes. Let's get to work.
I got it, Grandpa. Time to get to work.
Look for the spirits around the district. Maybe we'll get lucky with the seals. We should not tarry. Who knows? Perhaps after 40 days have passed, we won't be able to help.
Why? The 40th day. In Eastern Orthodoxy, a traditional memorial service held on the 40th day after the death of the departed, after which his or her soul leaves this world. Ah, okay. So, after the 40th day, there's just no chance of getting his soul back. I see.
God bless.
Oh no. Objects that aren't highlighted. Is there a way to highlight objects? Like controls? Where are the key bindings? Visitors, Black Book, and Old Igor. On this screen, you can change the page composition of a Black Book. On the right side, you can see the current page composition of the Black Book. Deck building. Or I guess here, book building. On the left side are pages available to you, but not in the current Black Book composition. You can categorize these pages with special filters. You might receive pages that are currently unavailable as battle or task rewards. You can alter the page composition of the book. To craft new pages, you need rubles. The Black Book volume has to stay within the limits of a maximum and minimum number of pages. You may also save 3 different sets of pages and change them as needed. In time, you will uncover even more Black Book pages, which are at present sealed away. You can change the composition of the Black Book at any time, except during combat. Oh god damn. Okay. Onomasticon, Coldwood Initiation, Part 2. He climbed down into the hearth, of course. What would you have done? As soon as he entered the maw, he saw fidgety little people sitting behind set tables. I want one small chort with which I can curse my neighbor. The imps replied matter-of-factly. We come in no fewer than 3. The man awoke in the banya with 3 chorts. Father, give us work. We want to eat. He gave them a cat to curse, and some other small tasks. More and more chorts appeared. He tried to keep up with the demands of the chorts, but he soon grew exhausted in mind and body. In the end, the chorts took to entertaining themselves with the villagers until all of the inhabitants were cursed. Well, that's a bit of more than he could chew. This is a big map. Red corner. What's this supposed to be? Ooh, look at this. Is this like actual art from the 19th century? There are a great number of books in this collection, illuminated books of old as well. The black books are not kept here, however. They're in a secret compartment near the furnace. Grandfather says that in days of old they used to bury people under the stove. That is how the domovoi came to be. A household spirit. Oh. Fedosia, my guest. Have a sit on the stove. Take a bite of some bread rolls. Oh right, there's multiple dialogue things. I'll read all of these books one day. To be a knower is so much more than wrangling chorts. Knower, someone with a vast amount of knowledge who might also be a koldun or a witch, but not necessarily guaranteed they are a koldun or a witch. I think this is just like our home base, and over time, we'll build it. So like we click here for deck building. We'll be putting stuff up here in the red corner. I do love this mix, you know, the mix of like Roman Catholicism and the local religions. It's become its own thing. Ah, a trapdoor. Golbets. Gravestone in the shape of an izba or a hut with a schematic roof. Right. An izba cellar. A traditional Russian countryside dwelling. That's an izba. Golbets. An izba cellar. Old Yegor says that that's where the domovoi lives. I've never met one, but I once saw a black figure standing still in the corner of the house. I'll learn to divine from Susedko someday. If I see one, that is. Susedko, a house spirit or a hobgoblin, right? We don't have a domovoi. Must be difficult to live with chorts and kolduns under one roof. Let's talk to old Yegor.
So, Vasya, have you taken well to learning the mystical arts? Are you curious enough to learn some more?
Yes. But I'd like to know more about you, Grandpa.
So how did you become a Khaldun, grandfather?
I was born in Vilgard, the sixth son of my father, Yevlam Pichurov. It was a big family, not the richest though.
Vilgort, a large village in Sheridan district, where you were born and raised by old Igor. Vilgort means new village in the Komi Permian language.
When you have so many mouths to feed, it's hard to save money.
True.
But we lived well as a family. The house must have been built well. That is to say, I realize this now. Then one year, a seventh brother was born. Timofey, he was called. He was a good lad. He grew up, but I didn't look after him well enough. Heavy is this sin of mine. I still feel guilty.
7 children? 7 seals? Coincidence? I think not.
Vasya, having chores is a trivial thing. You would do better to protect the ones closest to you, to fight for them.
So he's okay. I see what he's trying to tell me. Like, how far am I willing to go for someone who's already dead?
It's knowledge that gives us strength, for we harness their own power against them, with the shorts under our control. One day I was looking after Timofey. We were playing with the other children, but I lost my patience with a boy. I cursed him severely, sent him to the Leshi.
Oh God. Oh, here it is. Also known as Vorsa, a Komi word. Spirits were the masters of forests and sometimes fields and meadows. They control the weather and also animals and evil spirits who inhabit their domain. Hunters and shepherds have to come to an agreement with Leshis and offer them gifts and bargains.
So the Leshi carried him away.
You kidding me?
We never found Timoshka. He'd vanished. Oh, it's hard to bear these scenes, Vasya. So hard.
He gave away Timofey to a Leshi?
So I decided to become a Khaldun. I wouldn't let the Dark Ones harm my family ever again. Or so I thought. Well, I'll tell the story of how I became a Khaldun later. Ask me tomorrow. It's hard to remember all these things of the past. You'll understand when you're as old as me.
How can I recognize evil spirits? How can I know when they're before me?
Simple. You've been to the world of the devil, and now you'll see everything for what it is. The only thing is, the darkness will see you too. Demons and spirits will track you down, and as soon as you glance into the darkness, you'll feel their eyes upon you as well.
Wow.
Be strong. Such is our fate. You make your own way.
How's our Izba built?
It was built long ago. Lots of people have lived here since. More than half a century ago, it seems. All according to old rituals. You know them by now.
And they give us an encyclopedia entry.
But I don't remember who built it. My grandfather, I suppose.
Time to go.
No, I have to go, Grandfather. We'll talk later.
How do I go again to my inventory? Okay. Encyclopedia. Onomasticon. So Izba. The Izba is a traditional Russian countryside dwelling. They are commonly found in forests, forest steppes, and on the banks of rivers. Usually, Izbas are built from conifers. On forest steps, isbas are sometimes built from birches, even though this type of tree is rarely used in construction. The interior of an isba is laid out according to a tradition. Coins and other offerings to the guardian spirit of the house are placed on a shelf in the red corner. Ah, that's what the red corner is. By tradition, the hearth was always placed diagonally to the red corner. Ah, the details. Diagonally. Yep, we're safe. So, visitors, the peasants seek your advice and your help. You cannot continue onward until you hear them all out. So we gotta deal with the village problems before we head out and search for demons. Let's try this. We have one. We kept them waiting long enough. We've clicked everything.
So, Vasha, have you taken well to...
No.
Done pixel hunting. Let's hear out our last visitor.
Oh, God bless Yegor Yevlampovich Vasilisa Fyodorovna.
So that's her full name.
God bless.
I come bearing gifts. Some flour for your household. Please, hear me out.
Oh, I love this kind of game, this element here. I'm not sure if you've played the game. Oh crap. The one where you play as a king. Oh, I highly recommend it as well. And you're supposed to hear out the people at court. Your Grace. Yes, Your Grace. That's what the game is called. Sorry, I just remember that randomly. Okay. Just pulling up the windows. Let's get back to it.
I won't waste your time. I'll tell you straight away. Something terrible is happening at the mill. We were working in the night when suddenly we heard some strange sounds. Then a shadow began to darken in one of the corners. Such a deep blackness. We ran for our lives. You are known for your knowledge in these matters. What should I do now?
During the night shift at the windmill, we heard some strange sounds and saw some strange shifting shadows. What could be behind such emanations?
Oh no. Peasants, spirits, and fiends will all seek your advice and help in affairs of witchery. After all, you are a knower. If you answer a knowledgeability question correctly, you will receive an experience reward. Sometimes, your answers will influence in-game events. The pressure. To recognize the correct answer, you will have to carefully study your surroundings and the onomasticon, which is what we just did, which you can open at any moment from your menu. You can also receive a hint by pressing your knowledge button. However, you will get only half experience. Well, we didn't know about shifting shadows, right? The chort or the guardian spirit of the mill, possibly. So, it is a demon.
Why do you work at night?
Yay! Plus points.
Demons are at work.
Jesus Christ.
Well, how do you think the millstones turn? Not by the wind alone, obviously.
Oh, like the story we just read. Oh, this is so awesome. It rewards you for reading the encyclopedia and getting to know more about the folklore.
It's forbidden to work a windmill after nightfall.
But what do we do now? I did everything right when I built it. Please, help me. I have this old item that you might find useful.
You'd better cough it up if we help you.
Whoa.
All right, Vasha. Look into what's going on with that place. The demon there may be of use to us, you know?
I'll find out what's going on with your chort.
Oh, thank you. I was told you wouldn't let me down. Goodbye for now.
He's not your average miller. Usually they consort with a leshy, but this miller has some chort. Well, I'll study these seals while you're off dealing with the mill. And to make your trip a bit easier, take this herb. It is called an Adam's head. It will heal you up if anything goes sideways.
Thank you, Grandpa.
Time for you to be on your way. Evil spirits won't quell themselves. Well, you get all that? Wanna ask anything else?
Adam's head.
How do I use the herbs anyway?
Well, it's quite simple. Use them in battle to close up your wounds.
Use them like a health potion. It's simple as that. I thought there was gonna be some like lore bit about it. Windmill.
Where do I find this windmill?
Don't you remember the one to the north of Vilgord? The devil haunts that place at night, people say. Go there and be back home by sunrise. We have much to do.
And to go.
Got it, Grandfather. It's time to go. See you tomorrow.
Ah, wait. One more thing. I've sent a chort to Kusheva village. He must have cursed someone. Go there and fix it. You'll earn some money in process.
Why did you send a short to what?
All right, Grandpa.
Oh wow, this game is just expanding. You are now on your travel map. Every night, it'll display different locations. You may go on your way only after you speak to all of your visitors. Okay. Very board gamey. You can visit any available location. However, your health recovers only after you accomplish your task and return to the Izba. Damn, that's brutal. Your goal. Visit your main task location. However, you can't reach it without visiting all of the other locations along the way. The game autosaves each time the location changes. You can also save your progress manually, in which case the game will save as soon as you enter a new location. Wait, what? You can open the map by clicking on your present location. We wish you the best of luck exploring the northern lands of Cherdin Uyezd. Well, we're on our own now. And my face is blocking. I don't know if my face would actually be better on the left side, but the left side, it blocks some parts of the thing. Anyway, so the main task, deal with the Miller shorts. Yeah, and like flavoring your deck as your spell book. That, I don't know if you've played the board game. Was it Mage Wars? I loved it because okay, they gave you an actual binder. You know, those binders with plastic inserts where you insert the cards. They gave you they gave each player a binder, and you put your spells. Each card was a spell, and you'd put it and you'd arrange it the way you want to in your binder, just for flavor. Like and you could just flip through your spell book, pull out a card, and it's as if you're pulling out a spell. And yeah, Mage Wars is a pretty interesting game. Very flavorful. But yeah, open world card game, all these different elements. Like, well, I'm totally unfamiliar with Slavic mythology, but how they're easing us into it. Like, it doesn't feel that overwhelming yet, but I feel like I'm just steeped in it now, and it's just really good. Atmospheric. And this whole thing about making decisions and them having consequences. And the little teaser there about committing a sin. How far are we willing to go? Right? It's like that. I love stuff like that. Right, let's check our map. Our main task, deal with the Miller's shorts. Your supplicant says that his shorts stopped working the grindstone and started to damage the mill. You have decided to pay the shorts a visit and set them down the righteous path. So we have an optional task, which is to visit Kusheva village, where we have to solve something because our uncle sent a short there and now it cursed someone. So valuables, I don't know what this is. Oh, 3 encyclopedia entries and 1 monster compendium entry, I guess. Creature compendium. Let's do the optional task then. I want to explore everything. So let's fulfill the thing first with a short. Before that, we have to visit Mogilevsky's mansion. Not far from Kamgort, a rich peasant named Mogilevsky built his mansion.
You stealthily creep by the village houses. At least, you thought you were being stealthy. You hear a familiar voice calling out from one of the windows overhanging the street.
And there's a narrator, right? It's just so awesome.
What's your wait? I have business with you.
And it'll continue to pile on us, right?
Hush, we'd better whisper. I've got this neighbor and I hate her guts. So curse her a bit, will you? Use a killer curse or something. Not a strong one. I've got a gift ready for you.
Wow, okay. We can curse people for payments. Are these things that they deserve? We don't even know why he's pissed at the... Curse the peasant instead. Or agree. And he just casually... It's just part of it. It's just that's how it is, you know? It's like, it's nothing fantastical to them. It's just part of life. And they're like, oh, I hate this person. Can you curse him for me? Here's some flour and some chickens. And it's up to us to decide whether we want to agree. No, let's go for, Okay, let's try this. Let's step into Vasilisa's shoes. Right now, she's focused on unlocking the seals because she wants to resurrect her husband, who she believes was wronged. He would never take his life. There's something going on there. So, decisions that deal with probably our late husband, maybe we'll try to be a bit more, you know, do what needs to be done. But side things like this, I don't think we're that kind of person. We're not just gonna like we're not just gonna curse someone because the peasant just finds him annoying. I wish there was an option to ask, what is your problem with her? Then we could probably solve it without having to resort to a curse, right? But we do not have that time. Vasilisa has a task to do. We cannot go off and spend 100 hours on side quests. I'm sorry, my friend. And consequences? What's gonna happen if we just decline this, right? Our new, their new sorceress, their new witch of the village, declining offers like this. What are they gonna think about me, right? So this is so interesting. But I'm not going to curse any of you. Apologies, my friend, but I have to deal with a chort in the village. I will decline.
I'm not that kind of witch. Just so you know, I don't just go firing off curses left and right.
It's so much like a board game. Aw, he doesn't reply. Okay, so we visit stuff, we're given like tasks. It's very board gamey. We don't really get to click and explore, but this is a pretty shot. So let's press on to Kusheva village. So let's go. A small village to the west of the Kolva. I've been there a couple of times with old Yegor when he had to heal some cows. This is the place he sent a chort for a job. And the chort happened to curse someone.
You notice a noisy family gathering in front of one of the houses. It's unusual to see an entire family out on the street at this hour. Strange, muffled sounds are coming from inside their house. Falling cutlery, furniture moving around.
Good evening to you, Vasilisa. God himself has sent you to us tonight. Everything has been turned upside down in our house. The enemy of man is haunting our house. The devil himself is here. Everyone is scared senseless.
How crazy it is, right? Using the devil's power to deal with devil problems.
How did it manage to get in here? It's no simple matter for a chort to get inside a human dwelling. What did you do yesterday?
We just had some tea. Natalia likes it a lot. She's quite fond of tea. Then we prayed and went to sleep. And in the middle of the night, it all started.
Huh. These are the stuff that I loved about The Witcher. These quests in The Witcher where you have to dealing with monster problems, and you have to talk to the villagers, ask about what did you end up doing before monsters showed up, and investigation and stuff like that. I freaking love that. Ritual or behavior reinforced by custom is inseparable from mythology. It is often believed that specific events are a consequence of another. For instance, a peasant suffering misfortune after forgetting to cross himself is perceived as being punished for not observing a ritual. This has resulted in all sorts of popular beliefs. Dishes not locked away at night or crossed become a refuge for evil spirits. A sick child or a changeling needs to be thrown across the threshold of a house inhabited by spirits who were lured there by the killing of a rooster during construction. What? Okay. A sick child or a changeling needs to be thrown across the threshold of a house inhabited by spirits who were lured there by the killing of a rooster during its construction. Yeah. After some time, the underlying, much like our own folktales here, after some time, the underlying reason for a ritual becomes forgotten, leaving behind only the ritual itself. That is it, right? Okay. Oh, there are shortcuts here. P for knowledge. I for inventory. O for the onomasticon. M for the map. Okay, I just need these hotkeys in mind. We're good.
Tea time turned into a chort invasion. I wonder why these demons appeared in the first place.
Did you forget to cross your tableware?
And did you make the sign of the cross over the samovar?
That must be it. We didn't mark the samovar with a cross.
You must do this. And please remember next time.
Oh, the voice is different from the subs. Okay.
You're such a great knower, Vasya. Please, won't you help us? Don't leave us this way.
I don't have time for this. I will help you.
Oh, very well. I will help you. It's no good sleeping on the street, is it?
Thank you, Vasilisa. Have some milk for you, Johnny.
You come inside the izba. Everything is in complete disarray. The Chorts have certainly had their way here. You make the sign of the cross and take a couple of careful steps deeper inside.
You can forget my terms. What's a samovar? Explore the izba.
The demons have made a mess. They threw the dishes and cooking pots around, but luckily, the brass utensils seem to be intact. The most damaged part is the shrine in the corner. The icon cases are damaged, and the candles are broken.
New encyclopedia entry. Red Corner. The Red Corner is one of the most important and mystical places in an izba. It is similar in importance to the hearth, since it plays a central role in the home. It is most commonly in the right-hand corner of an izba, across from the door. Even in some northern Russian traditions, where a porch is situated in an unusual manner. Most likely, ancestral idols were once placed atop these shrines. Following the arrival of Christianity, it became home to the icons of the saints. The other name for the red corner is Podjnitsa, which means a god's place, and it always housed a small icon lamp. The head of the family sat in this corner and oversaw holiday feasts. Additionally, before the funeral, the deceased body of the family. Oh. Additionally, before the funeral, the deceased body of the family head was placed on a table with his head below the red corner. When entering an izba, a visitor would make the sign of the cross over himself while looking at the red corner, even if there were no icons present. Oh, cool. Let us approach the samovar.
You approach the overturned samovar. Suddenly, it shakes and starts to move, and red eyes light up the darkened room. A demon is here.
Prepare to fight. What? We're outnumbered. That's gonna defend for 5. This is gonna attack for 4. So we need to defend ourselves. Uh-oh. This page effect amplifies by 1 for every other page of the same color. But this is the key, so we can amplify the blessing of the Varahil. But we are going to have to deal with this guy who's going to be attacking us. So let's deal with that. Let's add damage over time. No, Urazi. Varahil. You just added a word to a Zagafor that contains a status effect. Status effects usually reduce their value each turn. Carefully choose the right moments and the right place in a Zagavor for words with status effects. Ah, right. The order matters. Increases damage of each page for 2. Yeah, this is what we did last time. Varahil. Urazi. Igla. Oh. Okay, what's this? Well versed. Ah, this page will be strengthened for each color. So this will be heal, maybe? We don't need that. We don't need to be healed yet. So, let's deal out the damage. Rahel, Urazi, Ruda. He shielded his friend. Smart. We just need this as a key, so let's deal more damage. Let's get through the let's get through his health. Scorch it. Urazi. Raba. Ha! The waste gets through the armor, my friend. He's gonna hit for 6. Good thing we have this. Alright. Let's do add damage over time. Scorch it. Avdalai. Raba. And you're dead. Razi. Avda and Ikla. Any new words are automatically added to the black book. Choose a new page. No! My weakness. What do we like? Firm. The page remains active for one turn and affects other pages, e.g. well-versed. Well-versed, the page effect amplifies by 1 for every other page of the same color. So this is to really like bolster our... wait. Babushka Mandalina. Well-versed, the page effect amplifies by 1 for every other page on this. Increases the number of orders in the book in the next round by 1. Hey. Cool. Firmer than stone. The page remains active for one turn and affects other pages. I'm still like trying to get it. So, e.g. well-versed. Well-versed being page effect amplifies by 1 for every other page of the same color. Affects other pages. Okay, well, this one seems interesting. Bambushka Mandalina. I think it heals us, right? And increases the number of orders in the book in the next round. So it's healing, and then next round, more orders. What does this text mean? Okay, I don't know. Continue.
The elders of the family bow to you and thank you for helping them. They also give thanks to God for bringing you here. The girl, Axinia, assures you that from now on every jar in the house will be crossed.
Just forget once, right? Very well. Time to head to the old windmill. At one time, the Kolva flowed through here. Now this place is a swamp. Oh, we are gonna have to move.
The silver glow of the moon catches glimpses of the foul water. The chilled northern night air is split by dull croaks coming from the swamp.
Come closer, walk around, draw a circle. I'm curious, come closer?
You move closer, a couple of steps. Suddenly, a demon appears from beneath the water with black horns and a body that is woolly and matted.
Oh, what have we done? Rookie mistake. Short at the riverbed. Let's get the damage over time right away. So damage over time, defense, defense. So we'll take no damage at all. Uh-oh. We're gonna have to take this damage. Probably heal ourselves after. Ugh, it's gonna hurt. Ow! Let's try this healing then. Well, it's gonna die next round, so let's try and heal. Babushka, Mandalina, Avdalai, and heal, Igla. Oh, it's still not dead. Right, it's the damage gets lessened. Forgot about that. Didn't we increase it already? Kila. Page effect amplifies by 1 for every other page of the same color in Zagavor. Let's try Nava. What's lock do? Ah, to keep like a black page in it. For example, here, every other page of the same color in Zagavor, right? So this will provide black. A black page. This one continuously attacks, maybe. Should have drawn a circle. So that is the riverbed. Nothing else to interact with, just the backdrop. We have an option here to go to the Kamgort Woods. Let's explore everything. Piney woods to the north of Kamgort Village. In the autumn, you can find mushrooms upon mushrooms here.
Standing amidst the black wooden figures, you hear a rustle in the trees. You read the protective spells, but out comes a person, not a demon. An ancient woman dressed in old clothes. It would seem you have come across a beggar.
Greet the beggar.
Oh, a witch, a witch. I can smell your kind from a mile away. Can you spare a few coins? I don't need much to get by. A person is only as good as they are charitable.
They're not reading like the... It's a different subs, okay. Huh. You know how these things go. If you don't give alms to the poor, who knows what this lady is.
Here you are. Don't forget me in your prayers.
Thank you. I'll pray for your lost soul. It's dangerous to go alone.
Please take this.
Take this. A healing herb.
Of course. Thank you. Bigichi Forest. There's an old forest near the Kolva River by Bigichi Village. It has a master. Every forest does. Uh-oh.
Near the forest's edge, you see a white towel on an old stump. Someone has left a bottle of milk and some piragi. Near these gifts is a birch charter. Peasants from Bigichi village are asking the Leshi to take care of their cattle.
Steal the gifts? Tamper with the charter? No. Seems they have an okay relationship with the Leshy. Do not anger the Leshy. Let us leave.
You decide to leave the sacrifice to the Leshy untouched. This is Bigichi's folk business, not yours.
Or are we supposed to stop the Leshy? Penesherskaya Ravine. This ravine is famous among Cheredin's herbalists. It's said you can find a lot of good herbs there. Only if you're an expert in this, of course. So it's risk versus reward. We might get damaged along the way the more places we visit.
While traveling through the woods, you stumble upon a snake's nest. Baby snakes are still inside their eggs. Fortunately, the mother snake does not seem to be around. You make a small wall of stones around the nest and wait for the larger snake to come back. The mother snake soon returns. Seeing the barrier, she fruitlessly tries to get past, but soon leaves.
Is that a thing you're supposed to do? Wait for the snake to return.
Some time passes, and the snake comes back with a bunch of grass in its mouth. The snake touches the grassy mass to the stone barrier, and the wall instantly collapses. The snake is reunited with its nest. You quickly grab the grass before the snake hides it. It smells of rust. The only noticeable thing about it is the cross shape made by 4 leaves. Fortune has smiled upon you. You have found a break herb, a bundle of aromatic weeds that opens locks and barriers.
Cool.
You take the herb and get ready to go on your way.
I've seen the break herb once or twice. A door was locked by accident, so a knower came to help and opened it with a break herb. Eliminate enemy's defense. Damn. Is this something in the Omasticon? Onomasticon. No. So it's worth going to these to all the places. Next, Kachevo Lake, a curved lake on the left bank of the Kolva. They say 2 men drowned in it this year. Must be quite an unsafe place at night, aye.
On a hillside near Kacheva Lake, you see 2 silhouettes. One is combing the other's long hair. There is something strange in his uneven movements. Something that gives you shivers.
The 2 people that drowned? Let's offer a prayer for the dead? Or is that gonna piss them off? Well, let's read a prayer to protect ourselves.
The black figures disappear as soon as you recite the name of God.
Oh. Well, thank you, God. Again, they're rewarding us for reading the flavor text. Near Nizovka River. This river, they're rewarding you for being a knower. I love it. Near Nizovka River. This river flows through the Polyud Ridge. Someone in Pokcha village told me that this river was formed from the tears of Polyud. Sounds like a tall tale.
Gloomy windmill arms creak in the distance, parting the pre-dawn fog. The shadow of an owl passes overhead. It crosses your path, a bad omen, since man's path and man's destiny are as one. Yet, Could it be it was trying to point you somewhere?
I'm so curious. Follow the owl. Why not?
Suddenly, you come upon a swamp and stop at its border. It is dangerous to continue onward. You turn to go back and notice a devil's finger beneath your feet.
What? Devils periodically shed their claws so that new ones can grow, sharper and stronger. Their discarded fingers turn to stone and have healing properties. Thank you, owl. Oh, more branching paths. Gorodishenki's ravine. It said that the Chud lived here. A dangerous and unholy place. The ravines are death traps at night. Falling into one will surely leave you crippled. But let's go visit it anyway. Right? Just have them shed their fingers.
You meet two travelers from Bigichi village who are on their way to the fields. The three of you continue on your journey together. Near the mouth of a chasm, one of them jokingly tries to shove you into the pit.
Hit the peasant. No. Pretty sure it was a prank, but that prank could have gone so wrong. I would scold the peasant, but not like hit the peasant. Well, we are in the 19th century. I don't know. Laugh it off.
You play along, thinking it was meant in jest. However, a moment later, it stops being funny. The peasant is inhumanly strong. He overpowers you, and you go tumbling down off the edge of the chasm. You come to your senses.
Oh my
at the bottom
god.
of the narrow ravine. The trees rustle loudly in the wind.
The end. We're dead. No, we might have Alex Chen powers. We might still be alive after falling down. That must be terrifying though. I can just imagine that being in the moment, like ha 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 ha, and then it's not funny, and then punk, crap. See, and these moments are gonna make us, if we survive this, moving forward, we're like, you know, maybe we won't play along anymore. Maybe we're just gonna grow into a resentful old witch that. Anyway. You know, it sets a precedent. It makes us lose faith in whatever's going on here. Anyway. Ouch! What the hell happened? That hurt me. The death awaits behind the 0 health threshold. I need to heal myself just to be sure. I have a lot of Adam's head, so let's use that. Use. Next distraction, Chud Forest. The Chud probably lived here at one time. As the forest name would suggest, old Chud bronze plaques aren't hard to find around here. To come across one, however, is a bad omen. After all, they weren't made by Christian hands. Wow.
You walk around the windmill and approach the Chud forest.
Chud.
The grim silence envelops you. The only sound you hear is of the fir branches, whispering in the morning fog. Suddenly, you see a swarm of chorts flying out of the side of the building, gleefully throwing around pieces of the windmill's wooden machinery.
Check the debris.
The short swarm dives into the gloom with a chorus of angry screams. As the forest sinks into silence, you inspect the windmill's debris. Among some wooden logs and mechanical parts, you find a small sack of flour and pick it up.
Was it our duty to attack those shorts? Were we supposed to stop them from destroying other places? Instead, I just decided to loot the place. What kind of witch am I? All right, our final destination. It's been a long, winding journey. But hey, we got Devil's Finger. How come do we put it in are these hotkeys? What? I guess they are. In battle, I guess. I wish we could explore more. Like these, I wish these weren't just like super pretty backdrops. But hey, I am still quite immersed in this. The windmill stands at the border of worlds, between the village and the forest. It is said that the miller is a Koldun himself, but not as strong as old Ygor.
The spruce branches part, and an old mill stands before you. This place is filled with legends and stories from the surrounding villages. Those who visited this place at dusk, or worse, at night, speak of dark phantoms in the windows of the mill, of sudden gusts of wind and other devilry. It is what they call a bad place.
Well, we have to look around. Here's where we get to explore. Tail pole. This exploring is gonna get me killed. Let's interact with that later. We're not gonna kick down the front door. I see an herb there.
It's hard to see anything in the dark gloom of the night. Nevertheless, you feel your eyes getting used to the darkness. The black book may be aiding you. Amidst the thick grass, you spot an old axe, its blade covered with rust.
I may as well take it. Who knows, a short might use it against me. This axe might fall apart any moment, but it should be good enough for at least one more strike. Let's be sneaky about this. Let's try going up the back.
It's a carrier log. It's used to turn the mill. The old wood creaks in the wind. You can climb inside using a log. There is a small hole in the wall.
Inspect the mill.
The old windmill is creaking from the cold wind. It is not so often that you see this kind of mill in Cirden Uyezd.
New encyclopedia entry. Now that we know we have to read these things in order to help us as a knower, we're gonna read them all. In Perm, windmills are rarer sights than watermills. This is because it is harder to catch the wind than it is to harness the power of running water. Often, windmills were built with a moving roof that was operated with a special lever. The wind could be caught just so that the wind blades could begin moving with optimal efficiency. The most effective kind of wind was not the strongest wind, but moderate wind. Before the revolution, blades were fitted with a special fabric. They were later fitted with plywood. Huh. So this hints that there's probably a special lever which you can control the roof with. Well, let's climb inside.
You try to clamber up, but your misstep leads to a painful fall. Another attempt, and you are safe inside.
Better be worth it. Some kind of wheel has been placed here by the miller. Is it an ornament or something else? What's this box here? The grindstones are still, but the blades of the mill are turning. That's creepy. The chorts here must be completely out of control if they were able to damage a windmill like that. Can we climb the ladder? No. To the second floor. Chest. This chest is for various tools used at the mill. You find nothing of interest. What about the locker?
You study the cabinet. Among various krinkas, old pots, and birch bark containers, you find a sack with silver rubles. It might be of some use to you.
I don't want to take it right now. A tall earthen vessel used to hold milk or other dairy products. That is what a krinka is. Let's not mess with things first. Let's not take the money. It's probably a sin, right? Rift.
A broken block of wood is near the wall. It seems to be part of the windmill's mechanism and the reason why the grindstones are standing still. Through a hole in the wall, you see the woods of Cherdin.
City in the north of Perm province. They say long ago here lived white-eyed Shud people. Even today, people find idols on their fields. Lots of churches also. This place is as if enchanted. Let's pick up the herb first. Well, let's peer outside.
A broken block of wood is near the wall. It seems...
Oh! Ah! Yes?
I expected to see a wretched old man, not a beautiful maiden. Why are you here, then?
Let's fight! No. Short?
And I didn't expect to meet a demon speaking the common tongue. I'm an apprentice witch. Who are you?
Ah, a demon, you say? Oh, you see, maiden, I'm not a common chort. I am known as the 13th Brother. I am the guardian of the village, the forest, and the secret hidden garden and its heart. I'm also the guardian of this windmill. All of this is me, the unseen master, at your service.
What kind of name is that? The 13th Brother?
Rude.
It is a name whispered through time and across many lands, until it became my name, that is. I will tell you the story if you want to hear it, of course. There is still time until the dawn.
Tell me.
Well, come on then. Tell me. I'm a scholar of evil spirits and the demons of the world.
It is good to meet a sorceress that doesn't immediately hurl herbs and venomous phrases before engaging in the more sophisticated art of conversation. Very well, so you're interested. A long time ago, I had 12 brothers. I was the 13th brother, the youngest. At that time, there was a war, and we were enlisted, you might say.
Wow. Yes, this devil looks so tired.
I served under the strongest and most capable commander. He kept me alive, and so I became the last of my brothers, the 13th, and the only one remaining. After all those years, fate has brought me here. Why are you here, then?
That doesn't explain. Okay, what's your deal with the miller then?
Well, what do you want with the windmill then?
Haven't you figured it out? Perhaps I was wrong about you. I thought of you to be a strong witch, a master of wit, deduction, and intellect.
Whoops.
One endowed with knowledge that others do not possess. I guess not.
The windmill is possessed. But is the demon's presence here as spontaneous as it appears to be? I must think about why he's here in the first place.
Oh no, this game quizzes you. Oh god. What do we know? We know about, no crosses, no anything. Did the miller curse anyone? I don't remember. What did the miller tell us? One occasion he forgot and offered nothing. Sure enough, the windmill ground to a halt. So there was there's a lapse in ritual. I don't remember the miller mention anything about a cursing. Or Miller being cursed. Nothing really about sacrifice. Is it because there is no cross?
There's no cross or ward
Oh
over
no.
the windmill, and that's why you crept in.
Oh god. We're so terrible. We're the worst witch in this. We're the worst sorceress in the village.
Truly, there is no cross. But I'm not here because of that. I always have been and always will be here. They summoned me with a blood sacrifice when the mill was built.
Oh.
I'm bound to this place with my death in this world and my birth in the next.
Okay. The miller may have left out that detail. Or maybe we missed that. Crap. Okay, so blood sacrifice brought him here.
Enough, feeble sorceress. It is time to meet your demise. I will bring you into the even dark realm of shadow and extinguish the candle of your life.
Okay.
Soon you will visit the fries of hell.
Fries of hell.
There is yet to be such a Khaldun who can outmatch the 13th brother.
feel like a terrible knower. What was the... I should pay more attention. Maybe there's a detail we missed. Or a detail about blood sacrifice. Now I want to know. So he's gonna end up defending himself for 13. Let's go all out then. Well, let's put this first here. Nava. Scorch it. Ruda. He's going to attack twice? For 5? Are we going to die? Well, we don't have any defense cards. It's gonna go through his defenses. It prevents health damage, so what's the point, right? 10, 11, 12. So scorch it. Defend that. Increase the number of orders in your next book by 1. And we're going to have to defend ourselves. This is going to hurt.
You are so arrogant. Do you really think you can defeat this ancient spirit?
Yes, my book will help me.
This can't be.
Demon seals. Attacks seal a random page. We need to heal ourselves. Ah! So it doesn't take up a turn. We can only use one. You can only use one item per turn. So what's he gonna do? He doesn't seem like he's gonna attack. Razi. And a bit of health, like 1. So now he's gonna lock out stuff from my book. 13th Claw. We can actually defend against everything. Avdalai, Rabba. Lock that out. How long will it stay locked?
never gave up before, and I'm not going to now.
No, you won't. We are gonna have to take the damage. Let's do it. Full on assault. Let's eat it. So you're gonna defend for 13. I'm gonna kill you now. I should scorch it. Babushka Mandalina. Ruda. Dot got you. Blood sacrifice, huh? We gotta talk to the miller about that. Choose a new page. Babushka instead of a mushka. Well versed. Increase the number of keys in the book in the next round. The page remains active for 1 turn. Piety increases defense value in words for 3. Oh, wow. So amen. That's just defense. George the Father. This one is increased damage of each page for 3. But it's white. It's my black attack cards then. This seems cool, like a shield. To really buff our defense. Why not? Of course I get 666 experience.
The 13th brother disappears into a burst of black flame. It seems that the air has changed, and it is easier to breathe. Soon, the Chorts will return and resume their work. The dark promise is still upheld. However, it is uncertain when they will start asking for sacrifices again. In any case, this is for the miller to worry about.
Demons at the mill. Not long ago, there was a rich man who lived in the village. He had a watermill. One day he fell ill and found himself at death's door. He told his worker, "Gather 3 horses and take me to the mill, for I will die today." The assistant did as he was told. As he was riding home, he thought to himself, "How did my master know that he would die today?" He called his horses to a stop and rode back to the mill. When he arrived, he peered quietly through the window. What did he see but his master just sitting there, crying bitterly? Just then, a trap door to the cellar opened and several devils emerged. They tore the master's skin open and ate his flesh. Then, one of the devils possessed the miller by crawling into the skin that was left over. Wow. How to kidnap from Abania.
And then he disappeared. He won't be interfering with work at the windmill anymore.
Well done, Basha. I didn't doubt for a minute that you'd take care of the demon. Well, while you were gone, I had some thoughts about the seals. Every single piece has its meaning, and every seal requires a demon. The second one is the Aspen one. We'll have to think what to do next.
I'm still wondering where I missed out on that. That devil was brought in. The devil of the mill was brought in by blood sacrifice. Where could we have found out about that? What kind of nowhere am I? Tell me more about the Seal of Asp.
The first seal was opened by touch, and that was all. How do I open the second?
Well, not by simply touching the asp, that's for sure. I think we need evil spirits. So we'll find the Aspen demons.
Where do you think we can find them, Grandfather?
I don't know yet. I'll have to think on it. Go deal with the things you can at the moment, and let me think.
What about the other seals?
Can't we open the others right away?
I doubt that, but who knows? Look around a bit and maybe you'll fortune upon the right chart.
Well, let's get to work.
I see. Time to get to work then.
What?
The shorts are back.
Koldun Familiars. After its initiation, a Koldun receives not only the knowledge and power of a sorcerer, he also receives his familiars, imps known as Bes or Chort. To the uninitiated, these demons appear in many different forms, as stained glass, bugs, or other insects. They can also appear as little human-like creatures with the body of a man, the head of a mouse, the arms of a frog. Familiars can be werewolves, cursed men, heretics, the unholy dead, or kikimoras. I haven't heard that in a while. Kikimoras. In the forest, a koldun can be aided by werewolves and wedding guests that have been transformed into bears. Werewolves can be distinguished from regular wolves by their eyes, which burn red. A koldun's imp familiars must always be occupied by work, or else they will cast curses on people or animals. This is why the Koldun to keep them busy, sends his familiars to make ropes out of the sand, count the leaves of the trees, or empty the sea with a teaspoon. Ah. That's very... reminds me of the Celtic Fae as well. Huh.
I sent them to perform an arduous task. That's why they weren't around.
Now I should give them tasks?
Well, what did you expect? You knew what you signed up for. Everything has a price, especially wishes.
We're just fighting for a wish spell at this point.
If you don't want them to torture you, send them to curse people.
What?
That's the life of a Khaldun for you.
And if I don't want to curse anyone?
Then suffer. These demons won't leave you alone.
Wow.
I've seen them before in your Pested. Not often, though.
Now you will see them plenty. You can observe our entire gubernia in your Pested. In the end, you decide what you do with those jorts of yours.
Gubernia is a major administrative subdivision of the Russian Empire.
God help us.
I'm gonna have to curse people.
The moment I became a Khaldun, I saw the Uyezd in a completely different light. There is no such place where a demon wouldn't hide. You just noticed? Your own chords are also a giant pain.
Tell me more about you.
How did you come to be a Khaldun, Grandpa?
Well, told you the other day about the demon stealing Timofey. That's the reason for it. Fighting the pointy-tailed. I heard once that shepherds are no worse. So I became a shepherd boy, helped Prokopy, the holy fool. I shouldn't mention him at night. Knew his way around the forest, that one, and how to find lost cattle. So I studied under him. Anyway, it's a long story. I'll tell you later how I received my knowledge. It's not like I got it from him anyway. Had to bust my butt. In any case, see how I managed to teach you. Appreciate that.
Prokopy?
I do, Grandpa. What kind of man was he, that Prokopy?
Not a kind man at all. But of great knowledge. Cursed a lot of people. Practically earned a living that way. Nearly cursed me once.
Shepherds?
Are shepherds really knowers?
What makes you think they aren't? Why don't you try finding all the cattle in the forest without a demon's help? One has to know how to ask the old man of the forest for help. And in case a demon steals a cow or something, you have to be able to get it back. You'll have to learn. What did you think? Shepherds lie on their backs all day? You wish.
About the demons at the windmill.
Demons are the one turning the grindstones at the mill.
Well, the miller won't turn them, that's for sure.
Can't the wind spin them? Do you have to use demons everywhere? It's dangerous, and a sin to boot.
Well, what did you expect? It will soon be the 20th century. The demons might make it easier. If they can start making flour, who knows? Maybe we can teach them to reap, too.
Huh.
You've heard of steam engines? Huh? I think there's a steam chart inside, like the one you can find in a samovar.
Oh. What about your own shorts?
How did you manage your own chores?
And I think that's the interesting tension here, Korgo. It's like we're using the devil's knowledge, the devil's power to deal with devils. It's like we're using the devil to do God's work. And it's this very interesting mix where there isn't really a good or evil or, it's an interesting mix. So it's like using the devil's knowledge and being able to control that to do God's work. Because if you lose control of it, we've seen what happens. I still can't get over the fact that we got that knowing question wrong. It's like, where did I miss it? The blood sacrifice to bring that 13th brother in. Or maybe we just really aren't supposed... Maybe they left it at that. The miller didn't really say, right? The miller didn't say what he did exactly. He just suddenly showed up. But we should have been able to deduce and find out like why he was there. Oh well, gotta do better in the future. How did you manage? But now, and I wish we could confront the miller. It's like, you didn't tell us anything about blood sacrifice. Something you did. Like, we knew there was a rumor that he was also a sorcerer. Oh well. So I'm curious now, how did you manage your own shorts? And then now we're gonna have to curse people to keep them busy, or what?
Nothing to it, really. Just give them something to do. The only thing is, they can't manage every task well. Their job is to wreak havoc. They don't like any other sort.
God. Little men. Once we asked the Koldun to show us his imps. He was nice and drunk. It was around Maslenitsa time. He waved at us. I'll show you, but don't be frightened. Each had on blue short pants and red shirts. They stood in a line like little men, about 70 centimeters tall. They didn't walk, but hopped about. And when the Koldun gave an order, the wind started to howl. Of course. I'll send them to the forest to count the needles in the pines, and when they're needed, I'll call out and the wind will blow them back to me. He sighed bitterly. The imps ask incessantly for work. What work? It's absurd. Once I took them to mow. Come the next morning, the grass was waist high again. Their true calling is to cast curses on people. But the more you curse, the more imps you get. It's torture. Wow. So, pester with shorts. No, let's talk about it later. Well, let's click it. Pester with shorts. Old Igor has passed on to you his I forgot how they pronounced it. Old Igor has passed on to you his pister full of shorts. You now have a number of shorts yearning for mischief. Be careful. Idle shorts torment their Koldun masters. It takes some time for shorts to do their job, a day or more. Each location has a specific type of job. Hunger, strife, corruption, etc. Each short has a job preference. You can discover it by learning a specific skill. Shorts perform better with their job of choice and worse with the ones they hate. In order for shorts not to torment you and steal your health, don't forget to give them jobs every morning. Jesus. So here are shorts. Matvey, an oprichnik during the reign of Ivan the Terrible. Matvey is now a fiend. Ivashka. Fat Ivashka likes it when children starve. Fyodor One Eye. Lost his eye in a bet with a sinful lot who accepted bribes. Now he hates people even more. Displays the amount of bad deeds you've done on your journeys. We're gonna have to assign them jobs. Auto learning, level 5. How do we... Do we have any abilities to level up? You can send one short on a meaningless job. Short specialities and job types are visible. Not enough skill points. Number of shorts in Vasilisa's service. Each idle short torments its Koldun master. Oh well. Yusva, spoil the rye. Yanidor, possess an Ikotka. Ikotka is a demon known to possess people, who are then known as Ikotniks. Spread lichen to a cow. Place a curse in the crops. Get rid of the Susedko spirits. Slander an innocent girl. So it's the opportunity, it's the cost, right? So if we don't choose to do any sin, if we don't assign them to any tasks, we're going to have -1 damage, -1 defense, and -4 health. let's try and not assign. Let's see how long we can hold out. Yeah, let's not do any sin. Let's try that, right? All we want to do is resurrect a wish for our husband's return. There are a great number of books in this collection, illuminated books of old as well. Black books are not kept here. Yeah, we already saw that. Oh, we have 4 visitors. Well, let's begin. Actually, we got some new cards. Minimum. We have maximum 33. Filter wants that. What's this? I don't understand these icons. Amen, Igla, Rudda. They're already added automatically. Until we get to 33 cards, then we gotta do it properly. Okay. I'm gonna regret not tasking the charts to do things. Let's help the visitors.
Yegor Yevlampovich, Vasilisa Fedorovna, it's me again.
Ah, the miller. I know why that demon ended up there.
Came to give my thanks. The spirits have stopped haunting us. Here's what I promised.
The miller inherited this mortar by the looks of it. It's far too old of a thing to not be enchanted. Herbs and healing Zagavors restore +1 health. Are these always in effect? Ah, we have to replace it. Well, let's replace the axe.
The spirits broke some things in the windmill, but we'll fix it somehow. I have some money saved up. I'll use some of it to fix the windmill, and the rest I'll leave to my grandson. Well, it is what it is.
Ah, wow! How did the demon end up there?
So, I came to find out if maybe you've changed your mind about that woman. I brought a gift, you know.
Wow, you still want me to curse her? Not before knowing more than I.
Oh no, I'm not the cursing kind.
Well, alright. I'll think of something myself.
Okay, you know, that's probably even worse. You know, if I curse her, at least I'll know what curse to actually put on her, right? Well, now the peasant's gonna take matters into his own hands. Let's see where it goes.
Well, see you.
Oh god.
Be well and live long.
Oh, you're named.
My godmother sends a jug of milk and sends her regards.
Kolya, is that you?
Hello, old Igor.
So, you're back.
Yeah, it's been at least a week.
You sure have grown tall. How tall are you, exactly? 12 vershoks?
Vershok, an archaic Russian unit of length equal to approximately 4.4 centimeters. The saying that a man is 12 vershoks high means that his height is 2 arshins in 12 vershoks, which is about 2 meters.
Well, what brings you here?
I heard about your man, Vasilisa. It's hard to lose loved ones, I know. However, I'm here for another reason. I need your help. Yesterday evening, at a get-together, I made a bet with the lads. They dared me to enter Banya at night.
A traditional Eastern Slavic bathhouse with a wood stove.
I don't believe all this supernatural stuff you see. When you go to war, you see things you know. I entered this old Banya, the abandoned one, by the river. It was around midnight. I opened the door and saw a sort of blue light. And it was quiet. I reached into the stove, to take a stone. They wouldn't call me chicken if I showed them proof later. Suddenly, a hairy paw grabbed my left hand. Here, look, it left a mark.
Oh, there. Banix. A Bannik was the master of the banya in which he resided. He could help or protect a man, but also scare or even kill him. It is important to perform rituals correctly and be careful not to violate any taboos. In the various villages of Cheredin Uyezd, it was forbidden to use the banya during the first or third heating, or when drunk. A man could suffocate or burn himself to death, events that were considered to be the punishment of the Bannik. A man could also fall into the hearth, constructed of rough-hewn stones, later constructed of brick. Sometimes, banyas caught fire, so people built them far from their izba, or even on a riverbank. Peasants often gave birth to children in banyas, so there was always a risk of a devil replacing their baby with an aspen log or a broom. Interesting.
That devil didn't let me go. All of a sudden, some female voice said, "Marry me." The hand was hot as fire, and then I just lost it, and it kept on asking. And she still held on to me, wouldn't let go, so I told her I would. Then she let me go. I ran as fast as I could. Damn this demonic power. You're a knower. Help me, would you?
Nikolai visited the banya at midnight, and something grabbed him. What might that be?
It's really quiz time. Quiz time! Did you read the encyclopedia entry? They just put here as well, Rosolka. So, I miss these monster names from The Witcher. Banix.
In the banya, you say? Wow, that's a bannik, all right.
Lord Almighty.
Well, you only saw a hand, but... Can you tell us more about what she may have looked like?
So its hand was hairy. What else did you notice?
I couldn't see anything. It was completely dark. The hand was black and hairy.
Do you still have the stone from the stove?
What did you do with the stone?
Well, I took it with me. To prove to them I wasn't yellow. Didn't tell about the demon, though. Dropped it off at home later. I told my godmother, and she sent me here right away.
Ah, wise woman, your godmother.
I'll help you.
All right, I won't leave you to the wolves.
Vasilisa, take a closer look at the demon. This bannik may have an aspen seal on her. Go to the old banya tonight, both of you. Talk to the demon and find out why she wants to marry you. You, Kolya, use this balm on your left eye to see the demons. Don't forget the stone, Kolya.
I'll wait for you outside.
Look at him there. We have one more visitor, but let's talk to him a bit more.
Didn't think I'd be seeking help from nowheres. I've always depended only on myself. My military service? Well, it's quite a story. Maybe later.
Vasya, they say you're a knower now. This may be of interest to you then. The other day we were gathering berries by Kajil Lake. By the way, I have brought you some.
Thank you.
It's near Zapolsk. Anyway, we came across this clearing with holes everywhere. The horror! So I thought you might want to go there. Who knows? Perhaps there are evil spirits.
Holes everywhere? That's pretty terrifying. Alright, let's set off. You now have the ability to take your companions along on your travels. Each helper has a unique ability you can make use of in battle. Presence or absence of certain helpers affects outcome of in-game events. Wow. Nikolai. Backhand. 5 damage. What? Alright, our main task, to talk with the demoness in the Banya. Your visitor promised the Bath demoness that he would marry her. You set forth to the old Banyas with Nikolai to talk with the spirit. Look at this path. Okay, cool. The Forest Grove, Bayar Isba. The old forest that grows near our Isba makes people ill at ease, as does everything else nearby for that matter. Let's see what happens, chat, if we don't assign our imps to do tasks. Because I don't want to sin.
You notice a black silhouette on the road. It appears to be shrouded in fog, and is hard to distinguish in the soft lighting of the night. The air is filled with a strange song performed by the demon. You've never heard this melody before. A chill runs down your spine as you listen to the alien melody.
Ooh. Let's let him finish the song.
The devil continues his song. You listen, holding your breath and not moving. Soon, the melody stops, crashes against the tops of the fir trees, and dissolves in moonlit silence. You feel that perhaps now you understand demonkind somewhat better.
A level. You're now in the skill section of the menu. Here you can unlock new magic abilities. You can visit this section through menu at any time. With each level, you increase your health and gain knowledge points, which are necessary to unlock new abilities. As increase your level, more and more demons will join your swarm. Very Shin Megami Tensei. Some abilities unlock automatically at the moment of obtaining a certain level. Auto learning, I see. Black speech. Words deal 1 more damage. Words with defense increase their value by 1. Khaldun's trick, allowing to change 1 card with the trap one. Cool. We can swap 1 card with the trump one, or number of active slots for items. Shop price is reduced. Sleight of hand. Increase the number of items that can be used per turn by 1. Hearsay. Visiting peasants brings 10 rubles more in gifts. Get rubles by discovering them on your journey or doing peasants' biddings. In exchange for rubles, you can buy new pages, items, and herbs. So do we want more rubles? Or like early on, this is good to get early on so we get the maximum use out of it. Draw an additional order page each turn. This one seems very fundamental and important though. Draw an additional key page each turn. Uyaz 1. Page creation cost is reduced by 20%. Or Demonology. Shorts bring 5 rubles more on job completion. You can send 1 short on a meaningless job, which won't give us a sin, maybe. So I think we want to do that, right? Short specialties and job types are visible. Let's learn this, so we can at least get 1 negative effect out. Or should I start with hearsay? No, this will help us. We need to help ourselves first. Oh god, what am I doing? So let's send them on a meaningless job. Meaningless job. No sin done. Catch the dawn in a bottle. Who can we give this to? What do we want to get rid of? Defense page is giving us 1 less defense. That's fine. -4 health seems pretty bad. So let's give Fat Ivashka this meaningless task. Besides, Fat Ivashka likes it when children starve. Let's give Fat Ivashka this meaningless job. How do I do it? Oh, I can't do it if I set off, maybe. Oh, idle chords torment Vasilisa. Why can't I? Maybe it's because we already started the journey and we have to do it before. So, okay, noted. Start of the day, you gotta do this. So we're gonna suffer now. What is going on? At least we listen to a good melody.
Suddenly, a magic circle shimmers at the demon's feet. A moment later, another devil appears by his side. His burning eyes are staring right at you.
Or he summoned something. Whoops. Demon Singer. Summons more evil spirits. We're gonna have to take it down. Kill that first. Increase the damage. And defend ourselves for at least 2. Backhand as well. Let's pour it on. Crap. Though damage doesn't like carry over apparently. What's he gonna do? Removes positive status? I see. Well, let's defend for 4. And let's have a bit of damage in there with Ruda. Oh, it is gonna hurt. Five damage too. Let's get rid of him. Okay. Attack for 1. Defend. And amen. Ouch. What's he doing? Oh, it's until summoner help returns. 6 damage. He's gonna summon another one. We have to kill him now. Damn it. So that's gonna kill him. And we can start wailing on this smaller guy, this big guy, I guess. And we can defend ourselves a bit. Give us something. We have to defend ourselves. No, backhand this bastard. Defend and defend. So we'll have 6 defense. We're gonna be taking a bit of damage, it's fine. He gets stronger and stronger. We gotta kill him now. We'll only deal 1 damage, but we're gonna heal for 3, 4, 5. Bless is good. And heal. Amen. Suddenly it's like well versed. Okay. Well, we can already kill it. Alright, new words. Lock gives us a black. Does not expend word slots of Zagavor. What's that supposed to be? So it's a somatic component. So freezes up a slot, I guess. Have all the babushkas. Rusalka's backwaters. This picturesque backwater got its name because of the mermaid sightings back in the day. I've never seen any myself, though.
You notice a strange sight in the distance. A ball of snakes is rolling around the woodland road, scales glittering in the moonlight.
If I was more familiar with like Slavic mythology, I'd probably know what to do. Nikolai, help. What's he gonna do? Read a snake defending Zagavor. Disperse snakes with brushwood. Walk around the snakes. I'm curious what Nikolai's gonna do. Let's try it out. I know he's not gonna do anything, but let's see. Let's see.
Nikolai grins and picks up a large stone. He throws it right at the snake ball. Most of the snakes scatter, but some of the enraged creatures slither your way. Luckily, you find some healing herbs near the overturned stone.
Oh wow, great work, Nikolai. Now we're gonna have to fight snakes. Serpents of Rusalka's waters. 18 health? For each page you read, you suffer 1 damage, excluding gestures. Oh. Well, this is gonna hurt. Ugh, poison. Now I'm going to get 2 damage per... I'm gonna get 6 damage just doing this. And I'm gonna get another 6 for reading the damn spells. Oh, it's gonna hurt me. I'm gonna be using these herbs anyway. That. Bless and amen. Does this happen after? Like piety? Is it a retroactive effect? I don't think so. No, it's not. It'll help apply for the next rounds. You are going to poison me again. Very well. Fine, poison me. Backhand that thing. I don't have any gestures. Let's try and heal myself then. Or I just don't recite anything. Yeah, that should work out. I'll take 1 damage. Removes negative status, that might help. In Father's Name, firm remains. Increases defense for 3 turns at the beginning of each round. Ooh. That seems play a more defensive style. That'll be cool. Mikhail's Crossroads. Here we are again. These are the crossroads where my recent initiation took place. It is surely a place where both roads and human fates intersect.
Near the old gravestones, you see a demon. His eyes are focused on the sky. It seems that he is in deep thought. He merely sighs when he notices you.
Greet the demon.
Oh, it's you. I remember you falling into hell.
What a talkative chort.
Well, what's so special about that? Me, I flew out of hell and decided to stay for a while.
How nice.
Help me find an answer to a question, and I'll reward you, witch.
Agree.
Well, sure. Ask away.
I'm searching for an answer. What are the 3 kinds of dates?
You go out on a date with your loved one.
Well, that's one. What are the other 2?
Food.
What are the 3 dates? You have one with a loved one, and the second one is?
Fruit. You can ask Nikolai for help. Fruit. Date is a fruit, right?
There's an exotic fruit called a date.
Seems right. What is the 3rd one?
What are the 3 dates? You guess one, the kind with a loved one, and also the fruit. What's the 3rd one?
Time. Because date is different from day. Let's have Nikolai answer this. Let's see what he does. I would have answered time though.
Kola, you've seen a lot. Maybe you know.
Well, let's think. The 2nd date is a fruit. The 3rd one is a day, like date of birth.
Oh, so it's day.
You're a clever one for a soldier. Now I can win a bet in hell.
If we didn't ask Nikolai, would have failed it. The date is a day, but day is not a date. Date is... Never mind. You're a clever one for a soldier. Now I can win a bet in hell.
Here you go, some coins for your knowledge.
The demon disappears into flames. You continue on your journey.
Cool. Remove negative status. That might work. Thanks, Nikolai. I believe these are optional things with a question mark. A famous herbalist appeared in these parts. I should check out the herbs she asked for sale. Not creepy at all.
What? Want some pranics? I've sold everything already. Oh, you want some herbs? Well, take a look then.
Pryanix, a variety of traditional sweet baked goods in Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, and some other neighboring countries. Never tried it. Ooh. Look at all this. Odalen herb. Odalen herb. I was not the one who watered you, nor was I the one who gave birth to you. Mother Earth birthed you, and bare-headed girls and free-spirited woman watered you. Damage absorption 1. Wow. Completely absorbs all damage from the next attack. Increases damage of each page for 3. But I only have 91. I'm poor. Right, we do have break herbs. We have 3 defenses. That seems like a clutch thing we could use. Okay. But it's so expensive. Let's buy 1 Adam's head. Feeling a bit stingy. Thank you. Yazova village. Good people live in this small village on the Tsidovka River. Yeah, names we're not used to pronouncing every day. It's so cool. It's everything just steeped in. Everything's well described here. Good people live in this small village on the Tsidovka River. They often visit to get advice from old Igor. Not once have they asked to curse anyone. That's so nice.
Like a gloomy skeleton of an unknown beast, the old remains of a burnt house stand before you. All the logs are charred black. Some of them have collapsed and are covered with moss. Only the white stove gleams in the moonlight, still intact, even after the fire.
Whoa. Okay, so much for good people living here. Inspect from the outside first.
You walk around the house. The inside is dark, with logs poking out like the rotten teeth of a dead man. You see a shaggy silhouette of a demon inside.
Step inside.
You take several steps inside the hut. You suddenly hear a crack, and one of the burnt boards falls on your head.
Great. It's really like a board game. -5 health. Look around. Now I need to heal myself after that thing. I really can't send them on a job, huh? I have to do it from our house. Items. Look at my health. I almost died.
It's hard to tell who used to live in this izba. You step inside, and you seem to sense the smell of burnt wood. Stars and pine branches are visible above instead of a roof. Suddenly, you notice a shaggy figure near the furnace.
A bakshi, right? A bak. What are we calling them? You know, let's talk. Let's call out to the demon. What happened here?
As soon as you make a move towards the mysterious figure, it disappears.
Oh.
A ball of baked clay lies where the black spirit once was. You take it with you.
Oh. Well, if we read it to prayer, we probably would have pissed it off. So it gave us this. Hearth clay. This piece of clay contains the warmth of the hearth and the care of invisible family spirits. Applies 5 defense in the first turn. Wow. That's what this is for. So this is plus 4 health. Ah. Well. This is better than these candles. And this is to help us, right, have more items. Cool. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. What happened to these people? Perhaps that was them, just giving us some last... the spirit of their house. Giving us some guidance, some help. Trinity Church. You can always pray and rest in Vilgort's church. The priest there is a good fellow. He doesn't accept bribes, nor is he much of a drinker.
You see a friendly flame burning in the distance. You come closer, and soon you are standing in front of a lonely church. Inside it is warm and cozy. It smells of incense and old wooden sculptures. Soon you hear a calm voice.
Greet the Ab.
I have a feeling that you've had a hard time getting to our church. A real hard time.
Read a prayer?
You read a prayer and rest a bit.
Health restored. Buy. What can we buy from you? Oh, we already got the hearth clay. Cool, cool. No, this is their inventory. Honeycomb, incense. Let's see the effects. Increases well-versed effects for 3. Increases damage. Holy water. Restores waste. Not imperishable. Waste restores health instead of dealing damage. In each item also has item descriptions which add more to the, to this world. Your lips are made for drinking honey. Incense, and there on the floor, the priest's wife was breathing her last. Her face and hands scratched raw. Whoa. We made spells over cattle on Ivan's day, sprinkled it with holy water so it would stay healthy. Prayer book. How do we know if they're okay. The item type is in the upper right. The ones with this are things that... and some are like concentration spells, the ones with locks. Cool stuff, but very expensive. Like a prosphora. A girl took a piece of prosphora, went down the golbets, and saw a susedko there. Reduces your torment from chorts by 1. I am sorry, Father. I can't afford anything except even like this honeycomb. I'm gonna have to save some money. You never know, we might need it.
So, you wandering at night again, Vasilisa. Be careful on the road you travel. It can lead you to places no one can help you out of.
What else will happen if we read a prayer?
You read a prayer and rest a bit.
Same thing. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Holy Father.
Side quest, Curved Ravine. This ravine is curved, hence its name. Plenty of misfortunes happen around this place. Leshy's work, aye. An ill place this is. Another Leshy at work.
You approach the open rift. Dried bushes are sticking out of its walls like the rotten teeth of a dead man. You carefully look down. Suddenly, the forest around you is lit by a strange red light. As you look up, you see a fiery ball zigzagging through the sky.
Reader prayer, run away. Defensive Zagavor. Defensive Zagavor.
Your words are lost among the tree branches. The fiery ball flies away, and everything is silent again.
I obviously don't know much about this mythology. What is that? Something like a will-o-wisp or something? Damn it. Bridge to the Banyas. The Banyas aren't far away. This road is a rather old one, neglected as it is.
There's a rotting bridge over a small river, a tributary of the Kolva. In the moonlight, you discern a strange silhouette on the other side of the bank.
Oh, how nice. Okay. Come closer.
You take several steps towards the silhouette, but it disappears in the morning mist. A chill runs down your spine.
Interesting. Okay. Orlov Kuria. Kuria is an old Permian word, an old riverbed. I can get to the old Banyas through here, but who knows what lurks in these parts at night. This is our main quest, small Bani and the riverbank. Let's do the side quests.
Night travels are not the most convenient ones. In the darkness, you can stumble upon any kind of evil spirits. This is precisely what happens now. You step into a silent meadow where a demon is drinking tea from a samovar. He notices you and invites you to join him.
No. Agree.
You drink the tea in silence, with the demon's glowing eyes fixed upon you. You feel uneasy and try to finish the drink as soon as possible. Suddenly, you feel a metallic taste in your mouth. Looking inside the cup, you discover that you've been drinking blood. The laughing demon disappears, along with its samovar.
Oh, we are the best witch ever. I have to double check what a samovar is. Metal container traditionally used to heat and boil water. Although originating in Russia, the samovar is well known outside of Russia and has spread through Russian culture to Eastern. Okay. Metal container traditionally used to heat and boil water. It's like a kettle used to brew, boil, and serve Kashmiri salted tea and kawa. Okay, metal urn, often of brass. Got it. That's what a samovar is. We drank blood. How lovely. Kotjil Lake. This is a side quest. In the forest near Lake Kotjil, some boys from Vilgort spotted a strange clearing. They say it's full of dug-up pits. Maybe someone was looking for something. I should investigate.
Dark pine branches move to the sides, and you see a meadow strewn with old, overgrown pits. You come closer and look into one of them. The green of the meadow drops into the open maw of the pit, from which you sense the cold of the grave. God knows who dug them up and why.
Inspect the pits.
You start to inspect the pits one by one. You take one careless step and tumble down. Luckily, the pit is not that deep, and you climb out with ease.
Oh god, I'm really not the most dexterous adventurer. I'm gonna run out of Adam's head at this point. I have to keep myself healed just in case I fall into more pits or drink more blood.
You frequently look around. You feel as if someone is watching you. You almost decide to give up finding anything in these mysterious pits when you notice an old grave at the bottom of one of them. A grim pit is filled with a damp stench. You see an old cross covered with a rotten towel. Near the grave, there is a small pot with an offering to the dead.
We saw this same altar for a Leshy. We're not gonna take that offering. Let's inspect the gold bets.
The old cross is covered with moss, and mushrooms grow at its foot. You feel uncomfortable near the grave of the unclean dead.
New encyclopedia entry. I like how they're using the background to help. It's a nice visual element to the storytelling. Golbet's gravestone. A golbet is a gravestone shaped like an izba, a traditional Russian countryside dwelling. In ancient times, the dead were buried in a small house without any windows. This is why coffins are referred to in some northern dialects of Russian as houses, or houses for the dead. In northern Russia, a gravestone in the shape of a cross, sometimes topped with a schematic roof, was called a golbets. The roof helped to protect the cross from rain. In the southern regions of the Russian Empire, a pseudo-roof was set atop ritual crosses or atop crosses that were placed near crossroads. On the day of Pentecost, the souls of stillborns, infants who died before baptism, and those who died unnatural deaths were believed to appear atop these crosses. Huh. Inspect some more.
The old cross is covered with moss.
Oh, that's it.
And mushrooms grow at its foot. You feel uncomfortable near the grave of the unclean dead.
Well, I'm not gonna take the offering. I should probably tell the villagers not to mess with the offering. I think the right thing to do is to leave the location. But I'm so curious. But it seems that there are real consequences in this game. This may be a sin to take the offering. But it is unclean dead, so I don't know if that even counts. What is a sin? Hey, we're back at Forgotten City. Leave the location. My curiosity be damned. New area, Zapolsky Farmstead. Near the farmstead of the rich peasant Zapolsky, a small village of sorts emerged. It doesn't have a name of its own yet, so everyone calls it Zapolsky. Not much of a village name if you ask me. And we'll learn one song.
You hear a familiar voice. Young folk are having an evening gathering, although it's not the best season for it.
Get closer.
Hi, Vasya! I know you have no time, but sing at least one song with us, for old time's sake!
No time for that. After everything we've been through, falling through pit after pit. Falling and stumbling and crashing and hitting our head on a lot of things, I could use a song. Agree.
All right, but just one.
You sit by a house and dissolve in a deep song.
I love this. Join the singers. Oh, okay. It led to this. So nice visuals to go with the song. It's wow. You really described it right. It's like it's just there's just a lure to it, but a dangerous kind, like an underlying darkness. It's like the Zen moments in Life is Strange. Well, I guess you joined them for 2 songs. I'm curious what the lyrics are. Alright. Do we click to stop it? Clicking doesn't work. Ah! That's it. We can just go to our map. Well, that is nice. Definitely gonna keep doing these side quests. Small banya by the riverbanks. Oh, onomasticon. Explore Cherdin Uyezd to find new folk songs. Ah, and we get to store it here. Cool, cool. Oh, my friends. That's the title of it. Banyas are prone to fires. People stoke the flames too hard at times. That's why they're often built on riverbanks. Nowadays, some of these banyas are abandoned. Time for our main task. Hail. This small barrel once held water. It's riddled with holes. It is unlikely anyone can use it now. Well, Nikolai, we're here.
Here at last. And all these demons in these parts, I had never thought.
Imagine like returning from the war and getting into all this.
Evil spirits have always been here, but you won't be able to see them without me. These chorts harm people, but nobody can even see them.
Enemies here as well. No place is safe these days, I guess. I've been thinking, why did the spirit attack me? Someone must have been there before me.
Well, first of all, it was nighttime, and evil is strongest at night.
Oh, really?
Besides, why did the evil spirit attack Nikolai?
Oh no, knowledgeability. Where do we get this answer? No cross. It's like the default is you didn't make the sign of the cross. You didn't cross your tableware. You didn't cross this. You didn't say a prayer. Was it something about permission? Encyclopedia. Banix. Yeah, the Bannock was the master of the Banya in which he resided. So as the master, maybe he didn't ask permission. He just walked in, stuck his hand in there. So that was probably very rude. Oh, it is important to perform rituals correctly and be careful not to violate any taboos. Didn't ask permission?
Bannock sure love their rituals. You didn't ask to be let in, did you?
Yes, we did it. We passed the exam.
No, I didn't. I just walked in.
Sounds quite rude.
Well, there you have it. The spirit took notice of that right away.
Tabi-tabi po.
Don't say.
The banya has sunk a little. That's why it got stuck, I think. You're a strong fellow. You open it.
I can do that, sure. But could you put Zagavor or something on me so no one grabs me?
Look around first.
Wait here. I'll look around first.
We need to know everything. Herb first. Oh, look at that. Exploration. The river is not very wide here. Mist covers everything. It looks like a river flowing with milk. This banya sure sank low. The door is stuck. The door won't open, but I see the blue light inside. Nikolai is a strong young lad. He'll open the door.
Here it is, the old Banya. The things it saw during its lifetime.
This will help us with more. Banya. In Sheridan, the banya was one of the most important features of an estate. People washed themselves and their clothes in the banya, as well as cured themselves, gave birth, made divinations, and conjured. The banya brought health, but it was both clean and unclean. Childbirth left the filth of original sin, which had to be washed away and cleansed with holy water. Here we are again with the, using devils to do God's work, stuff like that. Young people often organized Yuletide gatherings and games in the banya, and sometimes formed couples. If during the often cruel Yuletide games none of the men stood up for a girl, she was considered to be almost the same as an old maid in the premarital hierarchy. Oh, that's terrible. Now we have an idea why that the Bannock was asking Nikolai to marry him. No one stood up for the girl. Huh. Wow. Well, we needed to know that. It's these things. We might miss something. That's probably what we missed in the windmill. We probably missed a detail in the windmill. Which is why we don't really have, we don't exactly know what went on. So I feel pretty bad about that.
Well, is it time?
It's time.
All right. I know just the thing. Stand still. Let me, kind Bannock, pay a visit to your home. Repeat after me, Kolya.
Bannock is a male spirit that inhabits a banya.
Let me host Bannik.
Now, let's think of what to do with this bride of yours. She's been waiting for us, I suppose. That blue light has been shining here, right until we came in. Let's summon her and ask some questions.
All right. You are the knower here.
First, let us prepare.
What? I wanna explore more. What do we do by drawing the circle? Ah, haha. I don't want to stoke the fire yet. Draw the circle?
I'll draw a circle to be safe. I don't think your bride is evil, though.
Better safe than sorry, Vasya.
Oh no, but she's gonna see that as an act of...
After that, we'll step into the circle. I'll read a special spell, and just like that, she should appear.
Vasya, you are a knower, no doubt about it.
How do I escape? I can't go back.
In order for the Bannock to know we're here, let's heat up the stove. And that stone that you took, put it back.
It's better if you do it. I sort of forgot how when serving in the army.
Really? Very well.
And that's it.
Well, let's get to work.
Ah, okay, just supposed to give you objectives. Candle.
So, we need to light the stove and draw a circle.
All the shelves rotted through. Beneath them is darkness itself. This is the kind of place where Bannocks dwell. Wait. The order of things. Alright, you ready?
Well, is it time?
Yes, it is, Kolya. As soon as I start reading, the demon will appear.
Do not step over the line.
If you step out of the circle, she'll strangle you.
All right, I get it. I'll stand still.
Here we go. Bannock, my hostess, let us wash in steam.
Wait. Don't run. Hear me out.
Jesus and his troops!
Don't move. Let me talk with this Bannock.
Wait. I'm not a demon. I'm an ordinary girl.
Man, after reading that encyclopedia entry, I'm glad we read that before coming in.
An ordinary girl, you say? Bannock says that she's but an ordinary girl. Is it a demonic trick? What is she then?
Oh no, another test. Alright, there's a clue that we could ask, right? But, she's a Bannock, right?
I wouldn't mistake a Bannock for a girl.
Oh, we're terrible.
Simple girls don't burn with that touch.
I may look like a demon, but I'm not. I'm just a girl. I've been living with Banik Abdiricha for 18 years already.
I'm so stupid. In the glossary, a Bannock is a male. I'm so stupid. I can't quick load or anything. Oh wait, I can. No, we're gonna live with the consequences of our actions. He does look like the time for me. 1879? Russia? Well, it looks, turn of the century. It looks very turn of the century for me. See there. Banik Obderica. Oh no, they said the year was 18 something something. Yeah, turn of the century, almost 19th century. Sorry, almost 20th century. Something with the I don't know my history well, but this guy just came back from the war. So I've been living with Banik Obderishka. You know, I'm curious now. Crimean War, it's 1853 to 56. After the revolution of 1848 in Europe, they mentioned the revolution, his opposition to all changed. So Nicholas the First. Yeah, all of that. Yeah, that is the time period we're in right now. There's a whole thing here. Fascinating. All right. We are in the 1869. So Russian Revolutionary Socialism, the Socialist Revolutionary Party. So this game is set roughly a decade before the Russian Social Democratic Workers' Party was founded. Anyway, we'll delve into that off stream. But this is cool. Let's get back our heads in here. Oh, I'm so terrible. I'm a terrible knower. Okay. What is an obderika? A bat spirit that lives beneath the benches of a banya. It can skin a human alive, hence the name, which literally means female skinner.
Well, it is as I said. I've been living in the world of demons for a long, long time. 18 years. I've grown to resemble them. I was still a child and came to wash with my mother. I did something wrong. I can't remember what, but my mother said, "Devil take you." And so, an Abdiricha took me.
Be careful of who you curse. Obderika. An Obderika is the mistress of a banya. She can be the wife of a Bannock and usually behaves the same way as he does, punishing those who visit the banya at the wrong time. It is believed that an Obderika uses her claws to skin such people. This is the origin of her name, which, if translated literally, means she-skinner. Her appearance can vary. She can appear as a human or as a child. Most often, however, she appears as a woman with long hair, large teeth, and big eyes, with claws and horns. She was often depicted as a cat with big eyes, or as an inanimate object.
Help me, Vasilisa. You're my only hope.
Demons of Asp. Uh, 18 years.
Where have you been all this time?
That's mean.
We wandered the banyas. I got sent where the stove was hot. Such was my life. Now we live in this old one.
Demons of Asp.
Do you know anything about Aspen demons?
No, I don't. But I can ask the Abdirija.
Obderifa. How can we help?
How do we bring you back?
To escape her, I need to get closer to the mortal world. Bring me a good belt and a cross, the kind that's worn on the skin, and find me a name.
What the?
Then the Abdirija will have to marry me to someone. You, young fella, don't you let me down. Only you can do it.
I will help. I promise you my word.
Huh. The cross.
What kind of cross do you need?
Just any cross won't do.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I've been living with evil spirits for too long. I need one that's been worn by a demon.
Well, that's a puzzle. Where can we find a God-fearing chart?
Oh, I don't know. Your friend is a knower. You'll think of something.
The belt?
Where can we find the belt?
I need a special belt as well. It has to be woven by a skilled witch.
The name.
We can give you the name right away.
No, that won't do. The name has to be one from Sviatsi and given by a priest.
Sviatsi, a spiritual book containing the names of the saints in connection to calendar days. Sviasti were consulted to name a child. We will help.
All right, we'll help you. It's wrong to abandon a Christian soul. Besides, you already have a groom.
Huh.
Of course we'll help.
Thank you. Bring me a cross worn by a demon, a name, and a belt crafted by a witch. I think I hear the roosters. I need to go. Come back again with the gifts. I'll be waiting. Until we see you again.
The demon crawls back under the bench and disappears into black flame. You return to old Yegor's house and think about what to do next.
Vanix, Part 1. Oh, the Banya. It's not just a simple place. It's not such a simple place. First, there's the Master of Banya with whom you can bargain. But there are other wonders as well. One time, a soldier came to the village. He thought it was time he started a family. But all his peers had already married, so that there were just widows and young girls left unmarried. The former soldier started to do all sorts of strange things to show off his strength. One time, he lifted a house with his bare hands and threw his cap underneath. Another time, he cleaved the pile of wood with one strike. So the villagers said to him, "Go and fetch a stone from the banya where no one dares to go, and where a light burns at night. We'll know then that you're not afraid of anything. But you must go at midnight." They made a deal. It was frightening to go at midnight, but he went anyway. And there was indeed a light burning. Oh. Well.
But she needs a cross that was worn by a demon, a human name, and an enchanted belt. Then she hid under the bench.
What a job you have. Worse than fighting the Turks.
This is our destiny. A changeling, that bride of yours.
How could I find out that she was a changeling? Right. They claw them and then we already had that in their info. The story about anyway.
What's a changeling?
The Bath spirit must have switched her at birth, I imagine. Now, Vasilisa, can you guess how shall we lift the aspen seal?
Not yet.
What demon is necessary for the book to open the aspen seal?
What? With the logs, with the changeling short, search in the forest? We got no info because I think we failed it. We didn't get to talk to her. I'm not... What demon is necessary for the book to open the aspen seal? Let's get a hint. Why not? They just highlighted demon. Duh. Bania spirits may switch a child for an aspen log. Cool. So, Bania spirits may switch... Yeah, we saw this in the encyclopedia. We could have gotten those answers. Alright. Gotta study up some more. Bania spirits may switch a child for an aspen log if they deem your behavior inappropriate or if you curse at a child. Such log chorts look exactly like the Swiss children, but don't grow up. One can uncover the true nature of such a being by throwing it over your shoulder or across the threshold of a house. Oof. It's like that Witcher quest. Yep, just like how the mother cursed her child for doing something. Switched for an aspen log, so it lies with the changeling short.
That Abdirija switched the girl with an aspen log. A log is a demon itself.
Well done, Vasha. My teachings weren't for naught.
The pressure of being a knower.
The changeling from the ethereal world. These infants don't grow up, as you know. The question is, should we waste our time on the bride's requests if we ourselves can find this changeling?
We can't abandon a Christian soul to evil spirits.
If I were you, I'd think whether I should take a demon for a wife.
Interesting.
Only a devil will marry a soldier like me.
Oh, wow. That's... Damn, Nikolai.
We haven't heard of such a child up until now. This means that the parents keep it secret.
Right. The demon might have gobbled up her parents. Without that demon bride, we won't find it.
You'll help me then.
We will. But what should we start with? Huh? What was it she asked for?
Cross.
A cross worn by a demon. Is such a thing possible?
Everything is possible, Vasilisa, if you think about it. I heard that an Ikotnitsa appeared in Yenidor recently.
Oh god, Ikonitsa. A man possessed by a demon called an Ikota. Such people have strange abilities and in some cases the gift of divination. Right, so maybe a priest possessed by a demon. That would count for our cross. Yanidor, a village north of Sheridan.
Go there and take her cross.
Other requests?
Let's look into the other requests first.
She also wanted a belt.
An enchanted belt woven by a witch.
This is not as simple as it seems. You are a knower, yes, but not powerful enough to weave a belt like that. It also takes a lot of time. I know this witch, Kapitalina Ivanovna. People call her the Spinner.
Oh.
But she's not an easy woman to deal with. We'd better go together.
Let's look into the other requests first.
So we get to choose where we go first. Awesome. Finally, she asked for a name.
A name out of the Svyatse.
Well, that's simple. Go to the priest and he'll give you a name from the Svyatse, if you can convince him to. That is.
Let's look into the other requests first.
Right. So we have to go with we have to find a name, belt, and a cross. We're going to pick this up next week. This game left a great first impression. I am enjoying it. And just enjoying learning more about things. Of course, I feel pretty bummed that the answers were right there in the encyclopedia. We read it ourselves, but just things weren't really clicking for me. But hey, we were able to answer most of the knower questions. And I probably should use the hints more, but, well, I like how it rewards you for really paying attention to detail, making deductions of your own. Like, they don't exactly tell you the answer, right? I mean, they tell you the story of it, or what it is. But when it comes to answering it, you gotta just make some connections yourself. So I really appreciate them rewarding you for going through all the encyclopedia entries, looking things up. And if I were more familiar with, like, if I were really familiar with Slavic mythology, I may actually have an edge in the game, but we don't. I know nothing about it. This is my first time really experiencing it in this fashion. And it's very interesting. So, we're going to be dealing with a changeling next week. We'll be playing Black Book every Thursday. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I'll see everyone on Saturday where we continue Guardians of the Galaxy. And it's a different narrative with a different pace. A big change of pace there, but we are a variety streamer, so we will be playing different things. Black Book, very interesting beginning. And based on how long to beat the game, it's actually quite a long game, surprisingly. And it seems like a lot of work has been put into this. And it's a very great first impression. And I'm looking forward to learning more about Slavic mythology and dealing with all of these things. Like, these are the monster side quests in The Witcher, but focusing more on the investigation part. Like, if they really relied on you as Geralt, for example, to really look up, because Geralt answers it for you. Like, what's the deal with this chort? What's the Geralt answers it for us. But here, no. They want you to read the encyclopedia. They want you to really put the pieces together and come up with a solution. So it's super great. It's super interesting. So hey, great to see you, MMH fan. Great to see your core goal. It's a great start. For people who may be lurking there, if you enjoyed this content, please consider giving us a follow and checking us out on Twitter and Instagram. If you wish to become a part of the community, the Discord link should be coming up right now. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on Saturday for Guardians of the Galaxy. Take care, everyone. And as always, welcome to the table.